Give us your quick recap on the events of last weekend. How did you feel?
I mean, last week it was definitely good. It was definitely good. I had a good time for the short amount of time that I was there. But making sure I don't get kicked out. Um, but I think it was a very joyous occasion. Hold on, wait a minute. Which recap we talking about? Because we had several things going on last week.
Yeah, we all attended our Sonya and I's wedding last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, wonderful. So back to what I was saying.
Yeah,
It was very, wonderful. I'm very happy for you. I'm glad that, you were able to find someone who honestly made you happy. So, from baby mama, I had a good time, and I'm so proud and happy for the both of you. So that's
good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, it was some stories that we're gonna talk about for years to come. But the reason why I wanted to give a recap is because I like doing segues. So my segue to this is I kind of wish you was there for the garter toss because there was a garter toss like no other. And
okay.
so we all had the guys lined up. I had no idea this was about to happen. Okay, I got Sonya's in the chair. She didn't lift her leg up, showed me the guard and everything. The guy started getting all nervous, lining up behind me. She hands me a football because apparently I'm supposed to put the garter on the football and toss it to somebody behind me. So as she hands me the football, DJ Foley, greatest DJ on earth, she plays Roman Reigns music.
and the moment it hit, I lost it on the
We
spot.
all lost it.
Oh man.
So she looks. I'm looking. I'm dying laughing. I look and I got myself together and I looked at her. She was like, "Yes, acknowledge me."
Right, that's what you're supposed to do. Exactly.
Yes, yeah. So I had to acknowledge her to get the garter.
Oh, that is funny.
Oh my god! So yeah, so we gonna segue into the wrestling, this wrestling because that's
As he threw the garter, I exit stage left.
and I found him and I was ready to take his head off with that football for running, but I didn't.
Oh, let's not forget my moment when somebody pooted and I was like, who did that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, we lead the teenagers. Now I want to give a shout out to the person who did catch the garter. That was my cousin, Mr. Sean Barnes. Call him Shawn Michaels. He flew all the way from Oregon.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, he deserves
To
a
come-
lot of belt.
Yeah, to come and share this joyous occasion with me, and I'm forever grateful. That is one of my, well, all of them my favorite cousins, but he was the one growing up I was growing the most attached to. Whenever we all get together, we was the closest around the same age. He taught me how to play Street Fighter, and, got me keen on the comic book scene and things of that nature. And it was always a vibe when I was around around. So a huge shout. I'm real glad that he caught the garter to my way. I'm more happy that he was there. He was actually able to make it there to see it all. So huge shout out to him. Now, what happened on SmackDown last night? Because I was in a Mario Kart tournament. I kind of couldn't. I saw a little bit of it, but I need to see how things heated up because WrestleMania is around the corner. I'm gonna pull up as I pull up the full match card. I want to get my wrestling guru's take on the landscape of the WWE.
All right. So, I didn't watch the first part because I was in the midst of doing something. However, I did come up on Naomi's listen, I'm loving this heel Naomi.
Starting to grow on you, ain't it?
I'm loving it. It is there. She got it. And I think she's supposed to be bringing in the Samoan twins if they haven't been hot. I mean, if they haven't been signed to WWE yet. I know that they're on the independent circuit, But if she brings them in along with Naya, it is a wrap for the women's division.
Oh yes, I can see that.
So
Um,
you got her
yes. So that
the women's bloodline.
right, yeah. So that is definitely one to look out for. Um, Charlotte and Tiffy, I think that's going to be a good match. Uh, the build up is so good it got personal.
I was gonna say it went off the rails last week.
It did that.
Talking
I was
about 0-3.
and listen, that was the biggest dig ever. I was like, wow.
Mm.
And then so it started with that, and then it ends with that's okay because Kaiser be in my DMs. So that one they went over. Um, I'm happy that Ray Phoenix came into WWE because
Yes.
when
Yeah.
Penta, when them two get together, oh, it's a wrap. Them two, the Lucha Bros, yes. I mean, and in AEW, they were a beast together. Separate,
Lucha, 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 lucha.
yeah.
Oh
So
boy.
separately, they're good, but together they are better. And I do think, even though I'm happy that the Street Profits
Their moment.
has a championship moment, but yes. So I love it, but the moment that they come into it, I don't know. They will give them a run for their money.
All right.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Now, okay, I got a question. Sean, what do you think about the WrestleMania card in itself? Uh-oh.
She's muted. All right, Sean, your mic is muted.
All
All
right.
right, she had to take a,
All
she's
right.
gonna take a quick
Now,
break.
okay, but either way, what do y'all guys think about the WrestleMania card in itself?
It has its ups and downs. I'm going through the card right now.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna take it from the bottom.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you the matches I ain't looking forward to seeing.
Go ahead.
I am not looking forward to this El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. Now I have undying respect for Rey Mysterio. He is the greatest luchador of all time. But please retire. It's time. It's time for you to hang it up, bro. There's nothing else you can do to enhance your legacy. The only thing you can do is tainted. The more and more you're trying to being staying an active wrestler. There's nothing else left for him to prove.
I can agree with you with that, but for a different reason.
Okay, so the El Grande Americano part of it.
Yes, because you're making a mockery. You're making a mockery of the luchadors that have been working their tails off to get to this point.
And you're making a mockery of Kurt Angle, the angle you're trying
Exactly.
What you're trying to imitate, which you don't need to. You're too talented to be doing this BS.
Exactly.
So this is I want to see Rey Mysterio retire, and I want to see Chad Gable be Chad Gable.
I can agree.
Yeah, we do.
I don't like.
I get it.
I don't like nothing about this match.
I get it. I get it.
And okay, that's the bottom one.
Keep going.
Next one, the one I'm not looking forward to. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Now, this could, at the end of the day, this very well could steal the show at WrestleMania. So that's why they're not at the very bottom. My thing is, I have no idea why they're beefing. I know. I mean, one ego over the other.
Oh, I think she's back. I think.
Baby mom, I still can't hear you. Can't say something. We still can't hear you. Yeah, it's something on your end because we can see your lips move, but we can't hear you. So,
all right. Well,
all right. Do me a favor, back out of it and use the same link to come back in. And I think that's what it is. Just back out of it and come back and come right back, and we'll put you right back in. And as she get as Shauna gets that taken care of, yes,
The Logan Paul one.
yeah, he does not.
It's not much of an appeal.
No, he's not. He's not on the active roster enough to build anything.
Yeah, that's an arguable point.
And he hasn't been there long enough to be on this part-time role that he's on. So I need more here. I need more dialogue. I need more storyline.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yes, I'm just seeing them pop up for pay-per-views and stuff like that.
Yeah, he has a build. He has built. He has all right. The word I'm looking for is foundation. He does not have enough foundation in the game to be a part-time wrestler. So he will never connect with an audience.
Yeah.
In other words, layman's terms, people, because I'm a nerd, I like using big words and things in nature. He's not there long enough. He's not there long enough for us to like him, whether it's good or bad. He's not there long enough.
Very true.
It's a fair point.
All right, all right, Miss Freeman, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm good.
Yes. All right. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I feel so lost. I feel so lost.
But it's all right. I'm just going over the matches I'm not looking forward to seeing.
I got one that I ain't looking really forward to seeing.
What's that?
What's that?
John Cena and Cody Rhodes now. It just done, for me, it done flamed out.
All right, I'm gonna take a step off the camera for that one because go ahead and cook, brother. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I like co-sign, retweet everything Romar's about to say.
Because it's like it done flamed out to me, like to the point. Okay, John, we know that you want to be a heel for your last match or whatever. Everything, get all that. Like Cody with your theatrics to keep coming back, talking to him. Like last night, it was too much with the belts. That what did it for me. Like you done brought out a history of John Cena World Championship belts or something last night, and everything, and it just I'm at this point, I don't care who win that match, but I don't see before John Cena break Ric Flair record, Charlotte will. That's how I see it in my eyes.
Oh, I think it'll actually come out better if Charlotte broke her father's record. Because then it's more of a legacy.
I agree.
Yeah, and I don't really think that he gonna beat. I don't think that John Cena gonna beat Cody, even though it just.
I expect some BS to happen.
I expect Cody to lose. Something.
Well, I'm calling for the BS. I expect the BS to happen.
That part I agree. There's something that was going. Wouldn't it be funny if
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen?
Ric Flair might show up.
No, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Roman Reigns is gonna make sure that Cody keeps that belt so he can take it from Cody.
I can see that.
And then you're going to get the match that we all been waiting for: Roman versus Rock.
So you saying Rock's gonna wrestle again?
Remember, it was supposed to be Roman versus Rock before Cody got the belt
last year.
So that's still
that match got to happen. So what better way to make that match happen for Roman to screw the final boss?
But that'll be too long. That'll be a year. Well, I can see that too. It'll still be a year in waiting for that match to happen.
We've been waiting 3 or 4 already.
Yeah, and it's not like this wouldn't be the first time Rock been previewed a match, a main event match the year prior.
So like, and with this new regime of everything with Netflix and everything, it seems that some part of it is giving you the matches that we've been wanting to see for years. So why not finally go ahead and do it?
Yeah. I could dig that. I will say that I am here for all the surprise guests that's supposed to be showing up.
Yeah.
I am definitely here to see it. One of them um, is Malachi Black. I can't wait for him to show up.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking because I didn't see the in a Raw. I mean, in a SmackDown last night.
There's a rumor mill going around too that he may. I'm not sure if it's true or not. That, and I'm hearing different possibilities because, like I said, Mel hit me up last night and said, "Hey, Nick, all this
Yes.
was one." I'm also hearing Alistair Black might be
Yes.
the opponent too.
Or maybe
So,
Rusev, because Rusev signed his
Yep.
signed
Rusev.
his
oh
WWE.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
You did hit me with that one too. I didn't see that one, but yeah.
yeah. Now I don't see Nick Aldis getting out of a GM position to come down to fight. I mean, even though he owed, but I don't see him stepping down to fight him. But I
I
do.
do eventually. I do eventually
I
because he's never retired from active wrestling. He just took the GM role.
Well, that's true too.
And I ain't gonna keep wearing no RKOs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, well,
Yeah, it gotta be. There's only too many more RKOs out there, man, be able to take.
Now, in Randy's defense, he did pay for the second one when he paid for the first one.
Yes, he
that
did.
was my next point.
Yes, he did. So he already knew it was coming. He just didn't know. Well,
When
he
it
knew
was going to
it
happen.
was coming. You just didn't know it was coming. And
And
just so happens when KO said that he got to have neck surgery, that's when he got it.
And see, to me, I thought it was originally like, okay, is this a work, or is this like? I mean, because sometimes they might, and the timing of it couldn't have been worse. Because sometimes it might. I thought it was one of those mind games at first.
Kevin Owens knew that Randy was gonna really punch him.
Well, yeah, I thought so too, but honestly, yeah, no, I don't think KO. I don't think KO is the type of wrestler that would say that he's injured just to fake something or something like that. So I don't think he'll do that.
I ain't saying that he would, but
I don't
he
know.
he knew that that punt was gonna be
It's gonna be career ender.
it was gonna be real because
Mm-hmm.
that won't fake what he did to Randy. Randy was gonna make all that real for him.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
This might
Um,
be the worst punt that we ever seen him give anybody.
yeah, yeah. Um, the other match that I am actually looking forward to seeing, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Io, Bianca, and Rhea.
I
I'm,
hope EO win.
I'm,
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 That's
I'm,
I'm calling for EO to win that because Bianca and Rhea have made this about themselves and not about the title at this point.
And nobody has been paying attention to EO.
and they made Io look like an afterthought. I
Yeah.
mean, they just totally disrespected her the last 2 weeks.
But at the end of every time it did happen, EO done showed them who she is.
that's
Yeah.
right. And she said that you're gonna put some respect on her name.
Like by the end of after all that mushing EO and doing this to EO, who the one that been standing at the end of every one of them mishaps?
That was her.
And when
So
is
you already know that belt ain't leaving her hand.
her girl Oscar coming back?
But you know what? Here's what I'm
I
thinking.
told you, Oscar might not return because of all that, because of a fan stalker.
No, she gonna return eventually.
They've been talking to her like they gotta really make her comfortable with coming back.
Yeah, she's
I
planning to come back.
got a
eventually.
feeling that Io's going to lose because and I'm thinking Bianca might win it because if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but I don't think Bianca's lost the WrestleMania match. So I'm thinking Io's going to be losing the belt because most times when you see a major title on the line, something always changes hands. And this is their Super Bowl, so something's gonna go down with that.
So if Bianca wins, one of them is not going to both women's belts are not going to change hands. So if Bianca wins it, then that means Tiffy's going to retain.
I don't think Charlotte
So,
gonna beat Tiffy for real.
but it's so compelling because you would want that to be the case because you want to. We always said that Charlotte was going to, pass her dad,
Yeah,
and isn't she one away from John Cena, or she's tied with John Cena?
No, I think she's two. I think
She's
she's
two away.
14.
Okay, so she don't have to win it at WrestleMania.
and something tells me the one person in the women's division that y'all haven't seen in a month of Sundays on Friday has been Naya.
Mm-hmm.
What
But
make you what make you think that Naya won't pop her head up and make sure that Tiffy keep that belt so she can get it back from Tiffy?
that's true. But I,
Now I want smoke with both of them.
mm-hmm.
But she
She got strong storyline
with
both of them
both of them, true.
because Charlotte and Nia actually got the scrapping in the ring. Part of their match was an actual
Like a real life type
yes,
situation.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So she
Yeah,
got just as much heat with one as she does with the other.
yeah. But I do also want to see. I do want to see Jade and Naomi.
Oh, that's gonna be yeah. This is one of those that who loves Bianca more match.
Yeah.
If you think about
I
it,
already know the winner of that then, because that's definitely Naomi. Because Jade, to me, with all her promos and stuff lately, she wants to. Hey, I'm me. You gonna have to recognize.
I'm definitely
You're
looking
gonna have
forward
to
to this
acknowledge.
one.
You're gonna have to recognize the storm coming sooner or later, and this might
Yeah.
be the storm start brewing.
So I think that so Jade already got beef with not only Naomi, but she also have beef with Bianca as well. So do I think that or the other person that might come out on that match may be Jade?
Yeah, I can see that.
Because
If Bianca's going to win the belt,
I can see Jade coming. So
and it's
that
not their issues hasn't been talked about enough though.
nope, but it is clear and it's there. But their issues is starting to brew up over social media.
Yeah,
So that's where it's starting, and then it's gonna build into the ring. Um, I do love that Jade got one ally in WWE right now, besides the women, because some of the women is gonna stick with her. But a true ally that she has that she leans on is Ricky Saints, aka Ricky Starks, AEW. Yep. So it looks like all of AEW is sticking together, besides
yeah.
in NXT. But yeah, cause that promo that she cut right after the Elimination Chamber, yeah, she was gunning. Shots was fired.
Oh yeah. All right, so let me talk about another match.
Hmm.
Okay, we talk about Tiffany. Okay, I'm kind of looking forward to this, but I kind of want this to be over with already. And that's LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu
Uh,
for the
A-
U.S. title.
So
yeah, Romar, you in the WrestleMania event, man. What you gonna do?
I do think he gonna get that title though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm expecting Romar to win it. I mean,
I
Jacob to
think
win it.
I think Jacob gets the title. I think Jacob gets the title, and a month after holding the title, he gonna separate himself from Solo and Tony.
Now, I think this is when Tonga Loa comes back, and the Tonga's going to help Solo screw Jacob. I think this is when the heel turn. I think this is when that face turn is going to happen.
Yeah. Um,
Because
and
it's gonna be some Samoan debuting.
yes, it is. And I'm still here for Zilla. I'm waiting for Zilla to come on. He done.
His cousins got to come first. His cousins got to come first.
how long do we have to wait for this? This has been going on for several months
Well,
now.
Zilla ain't been signed yet.
I need to see
It
this.
don't even
I
matter.
need to see this spinning spike. I need to see
Listen,
that 360 though. That
it
joke.
doesn't matter.
Leo has been on there for months. Lance and Hawaii has been there for months.
Where they been at?
In backstage, they signed. They've been waiting to pull him in. Oh, the sound went out again. Oh, can you hear me now? Everybody's
I don't know.
trying.
I hear you, Mill.
Oh, yes, we have the boxing guru, Mr. Mark Daniel. Hey, Mark.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Good, man. Let me. We're gonna wrap up. We got a couple more matches to talk about. Give us about 5 minutes. We're gonna wrap up this wrestling segment, and then we need to talk to you.
Oh yeah, because I like hearing this young lady talk about that wrestling. I'm telling you, I get education every time she on there.
Oh man, like I said, it's been. She had to log back. She had some technical difficulties. She had to log back in. She was had to come back out and get back in.
But I'm waiting on that. Now I'm gonna give you a match, Mel, that I'm not looking forward to seeing.
All right.
That nobody's really been talking about. Jay versus Gunther.
Jay Uso versus
Gunther. And the only reason why is because number one, Pat McAfee accidentally let something slip, and he may have put out a spoiler alert on Monday Night Raw, supposedly saying that Jay was going to be the next champion.
Yes.
And then when he tried to clarify, said, when you beat Gunther. I'm thinking like, oh, and social media just went nuts. And so far, nobody has addressed the slip up yet.
Because it ain't no slip up.
So
that's something that we know he's going to win, but no one is saying how he's going to win. Like I got a strong feeling that his cousins are going to debut. And somehow, I just don't know how. So somehow, some way, they're going to get involved.
For some reason,
and I don't know which match they're going to be involved in.
For some reason, think that in very Uzi fashion, you're just going to catch somebody in the crowd with a black hoodie on.
Yep, I can see that.
And it's probably Jimmy.
And
yeah, because Louis Kaiser doesn't have a match for WrestleMania. So we can see him trying to help Gunther.
Oh, yeah.
And that I can see all that happening.
I forget. And you know, it's crazy because you just mentioned Kaiser being in the DMs. So Kaiser's been running around, I don't know what's going on with that. But
keep his name out these streets.
That's right.
Kaiser's been busy somewhere. Like, who knows what's going on with that? But the one thing,
who my boy facing? Who Braun ain't fighting?
I think
Braun is in
Braun and Penta.
In a fatal four-way.
Yeah. It's Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dirty Dom.
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
And somehow Dirty Dom is going to come away with his first championship.
No.
They call him Dirty Dom for a reason.
No.
I don't think so. Listen, my money is going on Penta.
I'm sorry to tell you.
It's okay.
I like Penta, but Penta's too hot.
I'm sorry to tell you.
Tell me what you want.
I don't think
Braun Breaker's not losing that belt.
No, I don't see Braun losing it. I'm sorry.
This is the only way I can see Braun losing it.
It's not, man. He gonna spear everybody at one time.
Look,
all three of them at one time, and pin them all at one time.
Look, did you see how he did Carlito on Monday?
Woo!
Man, look, I just lost my damn mind. I was like, oh,
yep, kid.
That was so sweet.
It is good.
I'm like,
in the studio.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm sorry, but that wasn't a regular spear.
That's a good slip and trip right there, kid.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, I'm just calling it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's but the,
What's in your cup, Kev?
hey man, but
He got that amen in his cup. Don't ask, he won't tell.
what?
Mm-hmm.
But nah, man. But that was a vicious spiel though.
Oh,
When he
Yes.
did the Carlito. I mean,
no, there's gonna be a lot of sparing going on. There's
Yeah,
gonna be a lot
oh
of
definitely.
yes.
sparing. It's
And
gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of that.
I will add on this. His uncle is very proud. His uncle is very proud. He's made that loud and clear all over social media. He said that his nephew is a genetic freak, just like his uncle.
He is.
And he got a cousin or a little brother coming along too.
Yeah,
I
Scott's another
uh,
son.
I think it's
It's
Scott's
his
son.
cousin.
This is
Yes,
cousin.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's gonna have some family to come along very, very, very soon.
Ooh,
Yes, yes.
boy.
I'm not
Scott.
looking forward to the War Raiders versus the New Day. I don't like this New Day. They need something else.
Wait, I didn't know New Day was even on the card.
Yes, they facing
Mm-hmm.
the War
The
Raiders
War
for the tag
Raiders.
titles.
Oh, well, because I'm about to say, because I'm thinking they don't have any black men listed on the card.
Oh, you get it? Yeah.
Well, I didn't think they did, but I mean,
Yeah,
but
I don't even think the Street Profits are
that
wrestling.
They're
now,
not on the card.
no, and that pisses me off because you mean to tell me you put the tag team champions on a random SmackDown to defend the titles? That should be that should have been on WrestleMania. That I'm sorry. Who signed off on that? Oh, Triple H. My bad.
Yeah, that's who did it.
Yeah.
Now the match of the night, what I'm expecting, and is Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
I
That,
think that's pretty good.
that's gonna be your classic slobber knocker right there.
It
Oh
is.
no, that's personal.
Yeah,
That's personal.
I am looking forward to
He
seeing that
took that
one.
man chain last night.
Yeah,
He a klepto.
yeah, he's always taking
He's
something
always
from
stealing
his.
somebody's stuff, man.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's stalker like behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking at you sideways, Mr. McIntyre. Looking at you kind of sideways, bro.
That's okay. He said, listen, I got something that you hold dear the most. So come and get it. That's pretty much what he's saying. Um, so before my time is up, I did want to touch on this situation a little bit.
Go
And
for it.
I don't know if any of y'all heard about it, but you should have because it's been all over the place. Booker T and Swerve Strickland.
Woo, yeah, the AEW part. I'm gonna let you
Okay,
I'm gonna let you
no,
cook on that one.
Okay, I got to hear this one.
Yeah, because I want to know about. I'm gonna let you cook on this one.
Okay, so the issue is that Swerve went on Vlad TV. Swerve was talking about, the people that he felt, helped him out in his career and the ones who didn't. Well, apparently Booker T's name came up. So Booker T was like, I don't go on Vlad TV. He couldn't pay me a whole lot of money to go on there. And apparently they both was at the GalaxyCon up here in Richmond.
Yeah.
So they both approached each other that weekend.
Ooh.
And it wasn't no blows at that time. However, Booker T was like, man to man, you keep my name out your mouth. I keep yours out of mine. And we should be good. Well, shots was fired. At the last AEW pay-per-view, Swerve politely told Booker, I ain't hard to find. You can see me. And we'll see how that rolls out from there. So they both been taking jabs at each other. But Swerve been doing it on AEW time. And told
where
him,
Booker T can't touch him.
huh?
Well, yeah, he's somewhere where Booker T can't touch him.
I don't know now. I don't
I
know.
mean, he uses his platform. I mean, you're not gonna see Booker T going on AEW because he's still tied with WWE.
Well, no, I never said he was going on AEW, but he could be in the arena.
Yeah.
Go on TV. He can go to a show.
And look, Swerve, you need to be quiet because, excuse my language, you've been getting your, you know what? Well, you let Ricochet beat you.
What?
So that was fun. But Uh, Ricochet ain't he wasn't straight up with it. Now Swerve did take it to him though. Ricochet brought a scissor to a gunfight.
Yeah, I know. Instead of
Oh yeah, I think
tore
I
that
did
man
see.
up with them scissors.
Yeah, I think I did see that part.
Yeah,
But,
so
but ever since he lost the belt, he been chasing it, and he been falling short at every turn.
I wouldn't say something now. I'm gonna defend Swerve. I ain't gonna say so much as fell short. I'm gonna say it was always somebody lurking to, take that opportunity from him. It's always been Hangman Adam Page, either jumping in, and at this last one where he was facing Mox at the Dynasty pay-per-view, it was the Young Bucks. So Swerve never really got that bite back because, it was always somebody lurking in the wings to try to take over and mess up his chances. So I am going to defend Swerve Strickland on that. But I wouldn't mind seeing him with the Hurt Syndicate, though. I wouldn't mind seeing him with them at all.
It ain't gonna happen.
No, because they got beef. So,
I don't know why MJF want to be part of it so bad.
well, that was because MVP promised them, but Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin ain't hearing it. So that's my AEW for today.
All right. Good, good, good. Thank you. Well, Miss Freeman, as always, it's been a pleasure. Join time and getting our wrestling knowledge because you on here, you be schooling us. You really do. You really be schooling us, keeping us sharp with that. And I greatly appreciate every time you take the time out your busy Saturday to join us.
No problem at all. But we'll definitely link up next week because it's WrestleMania season.
Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna have more on that. Thank you.
All
That's
right.
the wrestling guru, Miss Krishana Freeman, and everyone. And now we gotta get into we gotta get into the sports, and we got the boxing guru, Mr. Mark Daniels, on. Yo, Mark, how you doing, bro? Hey, Mark.
I'm doing well. First of all, Miller, you got to get my deepest congratulations, my brother.
Oh, thank
Uh,
you.
saw the pictures. You look phenomenal. The wife looked beautiful. The fellas was cleaned up. Kev, Romar, you guys was clean. Romar looked like he must have been drinking some of them Hennessy shots or whatever there, but he was good. Good.
Oh man, it was a lot of
Oh
drinking,
no, I
Mark.
won't drinking no Hennessy shots.
Well, it was no Hennessy, but yeah, it was some drinking.
It was definitely a lot
Well,
of tequila going.
well, hey, I put it to you like this, Romar, like the Temptation said. It looked like you was on cloud nine.
Hey,
I
you
you
don't.
was good.
Hey, look, Mark. You don't understand. Like I had to be. I had to be the sh- the crazy man, the dependable friend.
Oh, I get you. I get it.
I had to. I had to. I had to be the one that I don't know. Just be there when my phone rang for anybody and everybody.
Yeah, yeah, you was a glue to keep it together.
Hey, you know, there's an old saying, man. When you find good people, the good people are really hard to find these days, man. A village is very, very important,
Yes, it is.
and like I said, everything goes in both directions. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like saying, I mean, we stay ready at
Look,
all times,
look. All I can say is I don't even know what I be doing. I'm just being me, and I'm just gonna be me.
and that's all. Hey, that's it. That's just it right there.
Yeah. So guys, we gonna get right into it. I mean, we're gonna talk about this wedding for years to come. So we're gonna do what we do and fill it and patch it into each rabbit hole that we go down to.
Just go ahead. Just go ahead. Go ahead. Get it out the way.
Oh,
Put it on your shoulder.
breaking news, well, 15 hours ago. We talked about this earlier. South Carolina, Malaysia for a while announces that she ain't going nowhere. She will be returning for the 25-26 season.
What? After you said that after she came out and said she was hitting the pool. Oh, Don must have got to her.
Mm.
Or either that NIL money got to her, and they said you ain't getting what you think. Something.
Yeah.
'Cause you
I
see
hope.
that boy. Hey, you see that boy from Tennessee thought he got to a point where he thought he could ask for $4 million a year. Tennessee said we'll do one better. We'll just cut you.
No, he was getting
No, good luck.
he
No,
was getting
he's getting 2.4, and he
he was
decided
gonna
he wanted $4 million a year.
get yeah,
This is where this NIL stuff gets out of hand.
yeah, because they like Melo said the other day on his show, like they was talking about with the NIL thing now. How does it affect the mid major? He was and Melo was like, the mid major better hope that they have a team. Because like they with this NIL thing, they done took the student out of the athlete part of it. There's no more student athlete. These
Yeah, I
kids,
mean,
these kids coming in signing contracts that's some people 2-year NBA salaries.
you know something. I'll be honest with you. I don't mean to sound bad. I'm glad that he's getting their cheese, but now I'm tired of it because this thing got out of hand. We wanted them to make a little bit of money. Hell, I thought if they get 150,000, 200,000, you know why? You know we went to a school. Man, these dude, why go pro when you can make that kind of money?
Hold on, let me fact check this. I think that might have been a false report on the article. It might have been some clickbait. Let me do some more digging into that because right now I only see one article that said that she ain't going nowhere. So as I fact check, y'all keep going, but as I fact check this, I think what I just reported was some clickbait.
But yeah, the NIL thing is really going to destroy college sports in the long run.
Because I'm hearing that, and then because when they were doing fact checks on the rankings of the quarterbacks in the SEC, they were saying he wasn't even that great. Talking about the
Hey,
Tennessee quarterback.
yeah,
So
they said out of the 16 quarterbacks in there, he might have been sixth to eighth best. And
eighth,
this
right?
and this dude talking about he want $4 million a year. They said no, we'll do one better. We're releasing you from your scholarship. Go ahead and good luck.
No, because and that's crazy because he's seen the money that Carson Beck getting from Miami, and he thought that he could pull a Carson Beck move and get more money
Yeah,
and things like that. Like I don't know.
yeah. Sometimes the grass ain't green on the other side.
It's a that transfer
That
portal
that
with the
that greed
NIL.
that greed
Yeah,
to get you. Hey, that greed can get you every time.
Yeah, because Carson Beck know that his best shot of ever getting any money is just going to Miami because he ain't gonna cut it in the pros as a quarterback.
yeah. I think that was clickbait. I think she's still going.
So I'm sorry, Carson Beck. I don't know you, but you ain't gonna be he. I don't see him being an NFL quarterback.
I don't see Carson. What?
I think Miami then gave him
This is
like
a very weak quarterback class coming up.
mm.
Well, for this year,
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
look what they say that. Hey, Shador said that he glad he might be glad that his draft stock didn't drop because he ain't want to be selected by any one of the top three teams.
and you know what's gonna be this? Who's gonna be the real steal of the draft?
Who is going to be?
Shallow. He might not even be drafted.
You're kidding me.
They projected Shallow as a seventh round pick.
7?
Yeah, we know the talent this kid possesses. He well really on the combine and the pro day really did not do him no favors because he
Well,
ran a for being a safety. You run a 4.53. That ain't good. It's okay, average at best, but that ain't that's nothing. That's nothing to sniff
yeah,
at.
because you told your dad that you was gonna run a 4.3 at your pro day.
Yeah, so that will average subpar cone drills, whatever drills they did, because they didn't do the full they didn't do the full regiment of drills that they normally do at a combine or a pro day. They're more letting them rely on the tape. Now the problem with relying on the tape is Colorado as a whole defensively wasn't nothing to shake a stick at. They had some good points. Now don't get me wrong. I mean, Shiloh popped on the game film, but then you look at the overall defense. That kind of puts a hindrance on if you're not going to do some of these drills.
So you saying it's inconsistent at best?
Yes.
Got you.
Yes.
Okay.
Rookie unsigned free agent.
So I mean,
You're gonna get a rookie free agent deal, unsigned rookie deal.
and he can go anywhere.
So so his possibility he might not get drafted at all.
He might not
So
get drafted.
imagine the Giants drafting Travis Hunter and then signing Shiloh off the streets.
You know what? I tell you what. The one thing I will say when it comes to Shiloh, he's a hitter.
Yes. 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 That's what I'm saying. He's going to be a steal.
Hey, and you know what? I got the perfect person. I got the perfect place for him to go and the perfect person to play alongside.
If it ain't Travis Hunter, who? Then who?
Him in New England with Julius Peppers.
I like that. Or what about in Cleveland?
With Myles Garrett?
Yes.
No, I'm talking about secondary wise. The boy Peppers from Michigan.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, him, Shiloh, and him.
They will have hitters at all three levels.
Yep. And what's one of the things that New England is known for?
They always had solid defensive play.
But their secondary ain't never been like out the world second, third round picks. They'd have been late round picks or off the street.
So I can get that.
They already got Gonzalez. You add Shiloh with Peppers. Back then, your secondary. Oh, you locked down.
Or I got a better one. What about Baltimore? Him and Kyle Hamilton.
That's intriguing.
Yeah,
that would be intriguing.
Well, I wonder if he ended up in Dallas.
Or
I wouldn't be scared of him in Dallas.
No, you know what? I'll give you one better.
I think he'll crumble in Dallas.
You know what? Imagine being in Philly. Think about that.
Yeah, but I don't see Philly picking him up. I don't see us picking him up.
He ain't faster than nobody on Philly D line.
But I mean, never underestimate.
He's slower than the D line.
The one thing you never underestimate that I've learned over the last couple of years: never underestimate Howie.
But I'm gonna tell you who out of all the players that's coming out of Colorado, I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be the steal though for real. Jimmy Horn Jr.
That's my man.
What he gonna be that? He gonna be the steal from out of all the players out of Colorado.
You know what?
Yes.
That's gonna be the dude that might end up having the longest career.
Yeah. Jimmy Horn
Jr.
And what offense you can see him in?
The Chargers.
And what do you think?
Kansas City's.
What do you think he's going to land? What draft?
I got him going in the third round.
You think? Okay. Interesting. Third round, and you think KC might pick him up?
I think the Chargers need more receivers than Kansas City do.
I think Jimmy Horn would be a perfect fit in Kansas City.
I just said it.
I think he fits that system best. He would fit right in with them.
But where he would be what? Where would you? Because
I tell you the other team that would be good for him.
Worthy. Hold on, let's stick with Kansas City. Let's stick with Kansas City real quick because I'm trying to figure out where. I'm trying to see where you saying it.
Hopkins gone.
Yeah, Hopkins is gone. If you're gonna
Oh, they
draft,
still got Juju, didn't
they still got Juju. They got Rasheed Rice coming back. They got Worthy. So we're fitting him in as what wide receiver 3. He wouldn't be
Yeah.
going.
Well, I'll put it to you like this: how would he fit with a team, Mill? Like I'd say 2 teams, and you can see where they were hurting when they didn't have that: Detroit Lions and Buffalo Bills.
I can see Buffalo more than Detroit.
Because I can too, because they need that type of receiver. They didn't have a Gabe Davis. They didn't really. They need this dude is consistent. I mean, that's all I've seen out of him in Colorado.
Wonder if he went to Seattle and became like their Tyler Lockett 2.0.
Well, yeah, he would be there. He would be a Tyler Lockett type. Yeah.
Man, Tyler Lockett's still out there, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's a surprise.
Don't worry, he'll end up in
But
Pete
you know
Carroll's
what?
system.
I'm thinking.
Don't say
I'm
Pete
thinking
Carroll too loud.
one of y'all gonna end up nailing it too. I got a weird feeling because there have been times over the last couple of years, like Roman, whenever you do something now, you nailed it in the last couple of years.
I have seen some rumblings that the Bears are trying to move up in the draft to get the running back from Boise State.
They need him. They need a running game.
But they got DeAndre Swift. I mean, I don't think their running game is that far off.
It's not. They need this. They need to invest in an offensive line, but
They did. What?
they still need to invest in it. they got a couple of guys out of free agents. Now they need to draft.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do a little bit of both. You just can't rely on just who you sign off of free agency. You gotta get one of these big boys in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, like the main thing is
And get
addressing
him to
your
develop.
needs. That's
Yeah.
the main thing. You like I said, like once you address the needs of it, and then you draft who that is available at that particular position.
Yeah, you sign a veteran, then you draft a rookie. Had a veteran take that rookie under his wing, and you build your team and you build your line that way.
Hey, let me ask you a quick question. I didn't mean to cut in.
By all means.
Romar, what do you think? I was just sitting here thinking about it. How do you think Jimmy Horn would fit in with either Green Bay or the Houston Texans? Because Tank Dell going to be out for a minute.
I like him better in Green. Oh, I'm sorry, I said Roma. I like him better in Green Bay. Jordan Love being another target.
I kind of agree with Mill on that because like Jordan Love,
He needs somebody. He need a stud, man. He need another target.
it's like, but he spread the ball around, so it's almost like they play like a spread type offense because he gonna get it to any one of his receivers.
Yeah, he is.
You
but
know?
to me, they don't have a number 1 to me.
No, they don't. And this would have been Watson year for him to step up and show he was that number 1 for Jordan Love.
Yeah.
But see, he would eat in that offense with Houston too because, like you said, Dale gonna be gone.
Yeah.
He that slot.
Yep. You got Nico, and behind Nico, you got Diggs. Was Diggs gone
No,
too?
Diggs is gone. He signed with New Wing. I think it was
He got that 16 million.
Yeah, he got 69 million in 3 years.
60 million, almost 75.
Well, he'll fit better in Houston than he would in New England.
Well, you could say. Well, you know what? You could say either or.
But even in Houston's offense, I'm putting him in the slot.
You gotta have that slot.
Like, cause he don't go down easy.
Yeah.
But Houston
He hard to tackle.
Houston needs all the help they can get at this point for those reasons we just talked about. All the people that's gone. Diggs is gone, and Tank Dell's out for another year.
Yes, and one thing I'm worried about these guys eating. I'm not worried so much more about fit. Are they gonna eat? You're not gonna eat that much as a wide receiver 3. Now, let me be very, very careful when I say this. Just because you're wide receiver 3 does not mean you're the slot receiver. Y'all with me on that?
Yeah.
So when we talk about wide receiver 3,
it depends on
It depends on what team needs.
No, it depends on the formation of the play.
Yeah, what time? How many teams we talking about is going to actually use wide receiver 3.
And see, because you think it's a slot because he lined up in a slot formation or just slot in the slot position, but the formation is a 3 wide receiver set.
Yeah. So think about this. I mean, you got your wide receivers. One, if you draft a receiver in the first 2 rounds, you at least want that guy to be wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
You don't want that guy to be wide receiver 3. So when I look at a place like Kansas City and they draft they draft Jimmy Horn Jr., I'm looking at him as being a wide receiver 3 there because I don't see him getting the ball that much.
But see, he would actually play the slot because really, Travis Kelce is already their wide receiver 3. So he'll have a lot of formations where he in that slot position.
Yeah, but is he gonna eat though?
Yes, he will.
Oh, all right. He's not gonna eat over Travis Kelce. Is he gonna eat over Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy? Is the question. I can see him maybe eating over Xavier Worthy, but I don't see him eating over Rashee Rice. Because no matter what, he's still coming into that first year. Mahomes and Rice already got the connection.
No, they don't even need him because they still got Hollywood Brown. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Hollywood. He's gonna have to fight for his spot. Let's keep that 1,000. They didn't sign him for no big money.
No, but he's still there.
Yeah, he's still there. So I want to see these guys. I just don't want to see them get drafted and then disappear. Y'all feel me?
He could work in y'all. He could work at y'all spot. He could work with Philly.
No, he's not. He wouldn't.
No.
Wide receiver 3 is not going to eat in Philly.
No. Well, you still got
we still got Jahan Dotson.
Yeah.
But wide receiver 3 is not going to eat in Philly. Wide receiver 4 is not going to eat in Philly. They will get at the most between those two. They will get 5 targets a game. The rest of the time is attractive for them when they're on the field.
So we can see. I'm seeing it could be Houston, Green Bay, or you also said the Chargers, right?
Yes.
So I could see the Chargers could be a wild card.
I got my eye on the Chargers. Chargers are going to be scary, scary good.
Don't leave out the Vegas Raiders.
Let me get to the Chargers. I'm gonna get to the Raiders. I'm with you on the Raiders, but the thing about the Chargers got me. It's
very intriguing.
You got Joe Alt, 6'9", 300+ tackle. You just brought in Mekhi Becton, 6'7", 300+ guard, and he's going to play guard. I expect them to make a splash in this draft because I have a hard time believing they're going to go in this season and start Najee Harris. J.K. Dobbins is still a free agent. I don't see the running back that I feel comfortable putting behind those 2 big MFs. So I could see them moving up in the draft and trying to get an Ashton Genty or a Cam Scatterbull or somebody like that. This draft is deep at running back.
Yes, it is.
And you got they made splashes in free agency. They did revamp the offensive line. Justin Herbert is a guy that needs to prove that he can sling the rock and he needs targets.
Well, he got all his targets back.
No, he don't.
And he got his old receiving core back.
Mike Williams still there.
He went back too.
And Keenan Allen?
Yeah, they both back.
When did they come back?
Doing free agency.
They healthy?
I guess so.
Not healthy enough for my taste buds. They both can walk.
Yeah, he got both of them back along with the rookie boy. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. I can't do that one. They need
Yeah, they went back.
And then they're also linked to bringing in a trade I don't know if they're gonna trade for Dallas Goddard, but that trade might come down. That trade might happen on draft day. There has been links that they need help, and I think that might could go down. Okay, so they do got Mike Williams back. They brought Najee. I'm not I'm not sold on it on Najee Harris. They need somebody else.
Well, they got him for on a 1 year deal.
And I still say they could they could go after a wide receiver.
Yeah.
So they got Joey Bosa back. They got Khalil Mack back. I don't see anything else that.
Now, do you think that or do you feel, Mel, that they are the biggest threat to KC?
No.
The
In that
biggest-
division?
The biggest threat to Kansas City is Kansas City.
Yes. They can only beat themselves at this point. But the bigger threat, I say the Broncos are a bigger threat to
Yes.
Kansas City
Wow.
Yeah,
than the
what?
Chargers.
Man,
Don't sleep on
what?
Sean Payton. The way he had that
What?
defense going last season,
And the pieces that he done added to it.
the way they had that defense, yeah. Broncos gonna be tough.
What?
Bo Nix
Greenlaw.
is solid, and he got solid. They got solid weapons. They're young and they're hungry. Let's see how they face against Kansas City this season when it matters. Remember, they beat the brakes off of Kansas City, but it didn't matter.
But exactly.
It didn't matter. I want to see how they play when it matters.
Now, I will say this, Mel, because they almost pulled it off the last time, the first time you played.
Yep, I think it was
The first game, the first time
block
they
field
played.
goal.
Yes,
Yep.
and they almost pulled off the upset. Because if it wasn't for that block field goal, they would have beaten them.
Yep.
So that could be it could be an interesting argument. So, like I say, that could go in that direction, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
My other thing is, now we all heard of sophomore slumps too.
Yes.
My quarterback's not going to happen.
No, we're talking about Bo Nix in this case. Do you think Bo Nix may come?
I don't see neither one of them having
Someone's got to give in that defense. I mean, some in that division. I'm sorry.
I don't think Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels are gonna have sophomore slumps because the type of coaches that they have, they're gonna keep. It's gonna still be simple. It's just gonna be with more kinks. Mm-hmm. You've seen it. The offensive coordinators for Denver and Washington, they gave them more trust as the year went along and let them be their own quarterback.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
They gave them two young quarterbacks the power to control the team.
Yes, they did.
And be the quarterback that they drafted them to be. So they ain't gonna do nothing but build on that trust as far as the offensive coordinators and them quarterbacks.
And they had
See, CJ Stroud went through a coaching change in his second year.
And that's going to happen. Sometimes when you're better play you get,
These two,
the more
Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels, they ain't got no coaching changes. Going into year two. All they're gonna do is learn the offense, make the offense even better because the playbook gets bigger for them. It get bigger and simpler.
Yeah, so let's see how they go. Now I told you we're gonna touch on the Raiders a little bit. Now I don't expect much for the Raiders this season. I still think they're gonna be at the bottom again. But there's a chance that they could get Shador, right?
No.
No?
You just gave Gino a $75 million extension
Okay. Yeah.
for the next 2 years. Shador ain't gonna sit for 2 years.
No.
Shador at number 9 will be starting week 1 for the New Orleans Saints.
Is that your call?
Yep.
Because there's no guarantee that Derek Carr
Derek Carr is not gonna be ready for the open day already. Reports that came out.
Yeah.
All right, so we got.
And he might not be available for the season.
Yeah.
And you know what?
That showed it.
And there goes your hot take, ladies and gentlemen. Romar Fatu has put out this note, his PSA. Shador is going to be number 9, and the Saints will pick him up. And I'm guessing that's where the Saints are in.
And I kind of like him in New Orleans.
Or they smart enough to sit him behind Rattler. Because Spencer Rattler.
Rattler.
Going
If that happens, I give Spencer Rattler 3 games. I give Spencer Rattler 3 games for Shador's in. If that happens.
He quit. He goes to the Big E.
And then the only question is if not Shador, but can his weapons stay healthy? Because you got your home run threat, your deep ball threat, Rashid Shaheed coming off a knee injury. Alvin Kamara can't stay healthy. Taysom Hill can't stay healthy.
Now hold on. Now, interesting. Wait a minute.
Oh, Chris Olave, he can't stay out concussion protocol.
All right. So wait. Now, Ramil, y'all just touched on these injuries, and we just talked about Jimmy Horn Jr. Right? Think about this. Imagine the places we just talked about where you might think why not the Saints? Why not?
Nobody in New Orleans. No.
But
look, I'm gonna bring both of these franchises. Nobody in New Orleans can stay healthy.
Right, but he's
I don't
going to
care if it's the Saints or the Pelicans. Can't nobody stay healthy in that city.
I understand. I get that, but we were talking about how much he's going to eat. Wouldn't that give him a chance to eat a lot? Now,
he's gonna eat a lot of gumbo. Because the man ain't gonna be on the sidelines. You go to New Orleans, you in street clothes half the season.
Oh man! So, are you saying New Orleans is a curse? Am I hearing you right?
I have a hard time finding a superstar that's in New Orleans that played a full season.
I get it. Like you just had to. I just had to marinate on.
Since when?
You said
it won't last year, nor the year before.
You said
I don't know.
A superstar that's been there that played a full season. He has played.
Yeah, but can you tell me which one?
I can't remember, but I answered your question.
I need to see receipts on that one. I mean, I've had Alvin Kamara in my fantasy league for the past 3 seasons, and I've always had to sit him for injury.
So, are we talking football or basketball?
I'm talking both. I mean, look, when the last time Zion played? How much time Brandon Ingram to miss?
Brandon Ingram is not even there anymore.
Street Clothes Davis, where was he born? What was that name born at?
L.A.
Nah, that was born in New Orleans.
That was in New Orleans before he got traded.
It carried to L.A., but that was born and raised in New Orleans. It's something about the food there. That food is too good to be playing these high-level sports, man.
Well, I mean, it's already bad enough it gives you the itis.
So that's the problem with New Orleans.
All right.
Everybody ball with the itis.
So look, let's talk about it. What do you see your team doing with y'all pick? Y'all first round pick.
Either we trading up or we're trading back. I can promise you we're not going to stay at 32. I can promise you this: the Eagles will not stay at 32. I don't know if we're going to trade up because everybody we got to rate on like Trayvon Walker, Malachi Starks, got guys from Georgia, a couple of other guys. All these guys that we got our eye on, we're going to have to trade up to get.
And it's gonna cost you something. It's gonna cost you something. Along.
But I feel like we did such a good job in free agent. We don't have to go up to reach now unless we want to. So I kind of see us trading back and stockpiling for later rounds or even next year, stockpiling for next year. We got a whole lot of draft picks, and there's no way on God's green earth we are going to use them all.
But y'all got in like the first 4 rounds this year.
Yes, we do. And joining us right now, we got Mr. Derek Galloway. What's going on, brother?
Roughly 10% of the global need. What this offers is a system where we can use nature and learn from nature and really
So you got some background noise there, Derek. You good, bro? Talk to us. You good?
Do this cold. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're doing all right. We're doing good. All right, so I'm gonna as Derek gets settled outside. Yeah, I don't see us trading up or trading back. You done clicked on something.
I ain't touched nothing.
Yeah, you did. We done clicked on something, but I don't see us trading up, or trading back. I see us trading back before we trade up, but we're definitely making a trade. We will not sit at 32. All right, Mr. Galloway. Mr. Galloway.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Derek, how you doing, brother?
I'm good out here at the dealership, so I apologize for that being late, but just wanted to be joined and make sure I didn't miss anything. I hope I didn't miss too much.
No, you right on time. Is that Lexus? Oh, that's right. We are dealing with folks with money here. Yeah. I see. Yeah, he's at the Lexus dealership there. You see that? Yeah, that's how rich folk do. That's how rich folk do, man. Good, bruh. I had, man, last weekend, man. Thank you for joining us, man. We had such a great time with you. It was,
Yes,
of course,
sir.
it was the greatest day of my life.
Jake from State Farm.
Hey,
I knew it was coming. Yeah, but it was a great wedding.
It was
even better. It was an even better night at Hooters.
Yes, and we need to talk about this.
Y'all went to Hooters?
Yes,
Oh
we did.
my God.
Hey, so okay,
It won't enough Hooters at the wedding for you?
5-2 came out at Hooters.
Hey man, let me hit your backstory on this. So me, Wilmar, and Galloway, after everybody went their separate ways, we decided to go to Hooters across the street to watch the Duke Houston game. It was empty, and I'm gonna tell you what, the stories. And look, the background stories between them two was like, wow, y'all just brought me back, man. I was like, hey, man, it was legendary, but the game itself was funny as crap, man, because Romar, you were just being Romar.
Romar had some. I don't know if he had some Incredible Hulk or something in his drink, but Romar turned into Super Romar.
It was only a matter of time. I'm so glad you held it in, brother.
Romar was
It won't me.
You held it. Look,
it won't me. It was somebody else.
You gotta understand something. You know, eventually, like the Bible said, eventually a cup will run over. Now, Roma, we started drinking the night before.
Yeah.
And we know how we get. We know who we're dealing with. This man poured himself a shot, laid on my couch, and said, "I'm not going to sleep." And that carried on for the rest of the evening. So me and Kevin called night after I finished getting my ass whooped at Mario Kart. That was something. That's something else. But yeah, I got the brakes beat off me in Mario Kart that night. But
oh man,
that might have been the reason I went to sleep.
No, yeah, but we all woke up the next morning. I was like,
we wake up at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we all three of us are morning guys. So I got up. I'm just laying in bed chilling, and I still hear him snoring. But once I heard the snoring stopped,
That was
That's what
it.
time to get up. It's not like, oh yeah, he's up. Time to wake and bake. Let's go. And look, that's when the drinking continued.
Yeah.
Now, see, my pastor said, I was not allowed to pregame because if I came to the wedding drunk, then he was not going to marry us. Okay, cool. I'm not that big of a drink, but Romar thought he was talking about them. Now they was just talking about me. But
The whole
he
time
said
I thought he.
Romar saying he didn't pregame, right? I'm telling you that's BS.
Yeah, it was.
He did not stop because after we got ourselves together, we went to Eggs Up and had a little brunch and everything. Then we went to the best man's house. My brother Andre, huge shout out to my brother Andre. That's when we got ourselves together. We put that ish on before we head to the hotel. So while we was putting that ish on, well, I'm not gonna lie, I had a shot of moonshine.
I was drinking holy water.
I had my shot of moonshine to get me on to loosen me up a little bit.
I mean, he said he turned water into wine. I was just trying to see how true it was.
But you're right. There was no pregame. The party had just continued. So it was.
Put it this way: when WB says there's a party after the party, this is what we did. So after y'all went to the room, we stepped out. We went across the street, had a good old time, man. We were there for almost 3 hours.
All I know is I said that Duke was going to lose this game because once they got into, if somebody got into Cooper's flag skin, he won't going to show up and do what needs to be done when it matters the most. The next thing I hear is, but you gotta put some respect on his name.
Oh, and then that's when you went off. You went off on this dude. It was so timely.
It wasn't just one dude though, Kevin. It was the guy behind us, the guy across from us, the guy, the other people, the waiters, everything.
Hey, let me tell you, I don't mean to cut you.
One that night.
Mark, come on.
Well,
no, I don't mean to cut you, but
the waiter was dapping me up. He was happy with me because Houston had beat Duke.
Here's the thing.
I'm talking about the female waiter. I'm talking about the female waiter. You was all her.
Well, here was the thing with that game.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag to me still, man, that's a bad brother. But Duke somehow got complacent, man. Once they got up in double figures, they supposed to be honest. If it was me, once I was up in double figures, I'd have kind of slowed it down and let that clock go.
And the same thing happened in Houston against Florida.
Well, no, you know what happened with Houston? They panicked. I mean, I want to be honest with you, Romar. What happened to Houston was this: first half, Houston was kind of muscling them up a little bit. That second half, that one white dude came with that forearm, and everything changed. And I mean, at that point,
Kevin McHale.
Yeah, hey, from that point on, it looked like Florida basically said, y'all want to do this, let's do it. And it seemed like, I hate to say this, I swear I hate to say it, but it seemed like them brothers didn't want none of it. And I'm like, what? And then that last shot of the game, man, you got it. You have to shoot that. I mean, because I would have leaned forward, let him, because the way dude jumped to try, defended it, he was jumping into him. You have to shoot that. I mean, it was nothing but panic.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying. Like the bits and pieces that I did see of the championship game. One thing I do know, you up anywhere from 6 to 10, 2.5, 3 minutes left, and you just can't find the side of a bucket.
Well, here was the other part, Romar. They figured they had Will Clayton shut down. They said, we ain't going to even worry about him. See, and that's where the mistake they made. Because
you can't lay off the guy that they've been putting on
he was sitting on in them last 5-10 minutes, he let them know why he was outstanding player of the tournament.
Yeah, I'm like, but you've been seeing him do this the last 5-10 minutes of the last 5-6 minutes of each game in the tournament. I want you to forget about me until I don't want you to forget about me. He turned it on. He turned it on every time in the tournament in them
And
clutch minutes.
and his big men finally showed up because that dude Condon hadn't showed up to me the whole tournament. He showed up. That Aaliyah Martin, that Elijah Martin, that's a bad dude. Uh, the transfer they got from Florida Atlantic. Uh, and Kelvin Sampson didn't call a timeout to slow this from momentum down.
And you know what I looked at? I said, "Oh, Calvin Sampson, he just done Tom Thibodeau them." He did.
I could get them wore them boys out.
You could see literally in the last 2.5 minutes of that
Romar,
game, they had nothing.
Romar, you're 100% right. They ain't have no energy left. They was done.
Yes,
It worked against Duke because they knew Duke won't so aggressive. Duke ain't aggressive.
Well, hey, you know what? With Duke, when that dude with the braids, that guard they got, he's built. That dark skinned brother, when he fell, and he kind of hit his head, and they had to take him out for a minute. That changed the whole momentum for Duke, in my opinion.
It did. Yeah, it did.
But that's good building points. I still think the Duke is going to be a solid basketball team. They might be. I can still see the Cooper flag or not. I can see them back in the Sweet 16 again next season.
Yeah, but Mill, the one important dude on that team, totally choked. And I had him on my prize picks, Tyrese Proctor. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. I was like, dude, this is when all that, the threes he been knocking down all season long. I'm like, this is the time where you need them the most. And he was not there. Tyree, I was saying that's why I got hope for the future. I don't think he's gonna be back next season, right?
Well, yeah, he better come back now.
If not, yeah, I see. That's hope for the.
He might be a lottery pick.
No, I need him to stay in Duke one more year.
Wait, so what did you call him, Omar? When you walked out the door?
What? I forget.
Cooper Sag.
Oh, Cooper Sag.
Cooper Sag.
And the way he played in that game against Houston, no, he ain't no lottery pick from what I saw.
Yeah, that's how I call Cooper Flag Cooper Sad because he was sad.
But
hey, Romar.
But you can definitely call him. You might be able to call him Cooper Bag if he decide that he entered the draft.
Hey, let me tell you something, Romar. I'm watching this dude through this tournament.
And I understand, like he is a special talent, but it's kind of strange to me that it was only 2 players nominated for the men's basketball player of the year. Neither one of them made it to the finals. Neither one of them made it to the championship game, and they both led their teams to the Final Four.
Well, my man from Auburn, he lost some money. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, he reminds me of Carlos Boozer for some reason.
Probably because he's always around the rim.
But he lost some money Saturday. Now that injury he got to his elbow, it might have been worse than what he was leading on. But he didn't show up in the game he needed to show up in.
I don't think Cooper Flag showed up in the Houston game as much as even though he might have had a good game. He didn't show up when it mattered the most.
But it's basically on all the points you mentioned, Romar, last week, because everything you said was true. And what was it? You said once you get under his skin, and it's more on.
And that's all about every game that I done seen Duke lose. You get up into Cooper Flag, you rattle him. He don't know what to do. I've seen it too many times in the games that they done lost.
Because there was another game that I remember.
Remember they lost 2 games. All dude did was get up under him once the ball got inbounds to him and the ball went off his foot.
Was it Clemson?
The Clemson game and another game.
The Clemson game was the one that
he had 2 games that he lost with a ball where he lost the ball off his foot just because somebody got up into him and made him uncomfortable.
And that's the main thing, because sometimes you got to figure out okay, and once you stop him, basically, you know how they say everybody had a game plan until they get punched in the mouth, and that's what it looked like it happened. Because again, and it's those late, it's the winning time situations is where you really do your most work. And
just like Michael Jordan tell you, Mike the greatest scorer in probably in all our eyes. But it was one player that Mike despised checking him, and that was Joe Dumars. If Joe Dumars checking Mike in for a long night, and Mike just said it.
He's the only one Mike gave props to for real.
Yes.
He was the
Sometimes you get, I don't care how great you are, take away what they do best, you make any player uncomfortable. And that's all you had to do to Cooper Flag. I seen it in 3-4 regular season games that they lost.
And you know my fear for Cooper Flag is?
What's that?
Because he's talking about Cooper Flag the same way he talks about an NBA player right now. And it's proven to be true. When they ball out, do good. I mean, they got all the tools, the regular season tools.
Right.
But when it's time for them to show up in the postseason,
I think I know who you're going with.
They get kind of soft. They're not reliable.
I think I know exactly who you're going with too.
Who is it?
Donovan Mitchell.
Exactly. You're talking about him like he's Donovan Mitchell. So that's I'm kind of concerned for Cooper Flag right now.
I had this discussion last night. Somebody say, I don't think it's no way that Cleveland, it's no way that you can say Donovan Mitchell ain't the dude that he is. Yes, I can. What has he done? He was in Utah for 4-5 years, where Utah ran off the best record in the West for 4-5 years and got no further than the second round with Donovan Mitchell. He done went to Cleveland. Cleveland have been one of the top 3 teams in the East since he done been there. Cleveland ain't got out the second round with him.
No, he hasn't.
No, I mean, and the thing, I think they were 4 seed last year.
And I'm so glad I don't bet this man money because
because I'm telling you now, he will let you down.
Romar would have ate good off of Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, look, I'm trying to tell you, bro, it don't matter what you do in the regular season if you don't show up when it matters the most.
Exactly. And this is what I've been saying also. Just because you're number 1 seed, it don't mean anything.
SGA a great player. Might be the MVP of the league this year.
But guess what?
It's all for nothing if you don't get to the finals.
Right.
If you don't win the finals or whatever, if you don't get there, it's all for nothing. It's just an accolade.
Now, see, this is where I want to believe in OKC more than I do, especially Cleveland, with everything we say about Donovan Mitchell. The way that team is structured, the way the team is coached, the way the team is built from top to bottom, they are too good defensively not to be the NBA Finals. They lead the league in too many defensive categories. They're amongst the top in steals, amongst the top in
blocks.
Blocks. I mean, defending through and perimeter defense. Turnovers.
Points off turnovers. And Chet hurt again.
Chet stay hurt. I mean, that's the reason why SGA is he's getting the shine that Chet's supposed to have.
Yet and hence.
And they're doing that in spite of.
So they made now this might be the greatest all-season move of any NBA team.
I'm gonna say right now.
What they did when they went and got Hardenstein in free agency. That's probably the greatest move ever.
Give me a better defensive backcourt.
I don't got one.
like you said, Hardenstein, SGA, Lou Dort. What's a better defensive backcourt than that?
Hardenstein just all he want to do is try to block shots and rebound and box you out.
Are we talking about as far as the Western Conference or overall?
I'm talking about the league.
Yeah.
The 1-2 guard play between Dort and SGA.
Yeah, it's better than with what Cleveland got with Mitchell and Garland.
And that's another one you can't count on being healthy.
Oh, Garland? Yeah.
Hey, that dude don't show up in big games.
They got two of them that don't.
So I get, like I said, I believe in OKC.
Hey, look. I'm sorry to say, for Cleveland to get out the East, you have to go. I'm feeding Jared Allen. That's the way I'm going to get to the NBA Finals if I'm Cleveland. I'm using my big man. I'm turning my whole offense around and focusing on my big men.
This is my only rebuttal to that. And
I'm playing.
Kevin, you gonna love this.
I'm playing inside out. I'm gonna go from inside out.
If Milwaukee uses that same philosophy, they're in the finals.
Yeah, they are. They are. Because you got Giannis and Bobby Portis. I'm feeding them on the block.
No, I'm feeding Brook. No, forget that. I'm feeding Brook Lopez.
Yeah, it ain't nothing but fouls.
I'm running the offense through Brook Lopez. Everybody can eat off of them.
Yep.
Including Damian Lillard. You run that offense through
the post from the inside out.
Yes, let Lopez get him cooking first, because number one, he can shoot the three. Number two, he's a great free throw shooter.
Hey, and you wonder why Denver Denver stays so significant in the West, no lower than the 4 seed. They're inside out.
Yep. So as long as they keep that philosophy, I got them in the finals. But the problem is, we talking about the Milwaukee Bucks, and I hate to be on this bandwagon. I hate to be on this kick, but I'm on this kick along. And Romar got me on this. Somehow, some way, Doc's gonna find a way to screw this up.
That was you just read my mind.
Somehow, some way, he's gonna find a way to screw this up.
Look, you're talking about all the accolades. If they run this,
you good long as y'all don't see a game 7.
Yeah,
I don't trust Doc Rivers. Period. I'm sorry. I mean, if you up 3-1 and you've had the most blown leads out of any coach in history, there's something to be said.
Hey, but look, how many even though he might have the most blown series leads in NBA history as a coach, I'm pretty sure other coaches on that list ain't got a ring though. As a coach,
well,
he can say that.
Yes, he can.
That's the only thing that saves him. You got one.
Hey, that can be the only thing that saved Mario Chalmers in certain conversations.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I still don't believe Damian is coming back this season. Playoffs or not, I still think that.
That's the only knock that Shaq got on Charles Barkley.
That's the only one?
Yeah.
Okay. But
Shaq got his rings without a mic in his face. Mike stopped him in the East when he was young in the playoffs.
But let's talk. All right, let's talk about somebody else. We gotta give one of your boys.
Okay.
One of your boys who just, I heard he's going into the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Yeah, I said one of your guys. Oh, yeah. I want you to talk about that.
Oh, you talking about the most unguardable player in the NBA?
Was?
Oh, yeah. Was the most unguardable player in the NBA?
And that ain't us saying that. There's other players saying that,
Yes. Very deserving. Congratulations, Melo. Because I mean, you see it. Y'all have seen. We done all seen this man work for about 18 to 20 years. Anywhere on the floor, the best what? Yeah, at 5 levels, all 5 levels of the game. You can score from all 5 levels of the game. Like you don't. When the last time you Larry Bird probably was the last person that you seen to use every part of the basketball court the way Melo did.
The way it's that turnaround jumps, the
The
mid range,
jab, the jab fake, all of it.
the under.
Hey,
Yeah, Melo was the complete package.
it was just the tarnish on his name. You seen
What
what Hoodie?
tarnish? What
Oh,
tarnish?
when he didn't want to play no defense. That's why ain't nobody want to pick him up. And then he went into the gym and turned into Hoodie Melo.
I mean, what tarnish he get? I mean,
Well, the only tarnish they talking about was not winning the NBA ring.
No, remember though. Remember when he was out the league after Houston cut him. Ain't nobody want to bother him because the report was that he ain't want to play no D and this, that, and the third. So ain't nobody touch him until Portland gave him a chance.
yeah, that didn't last long.
No.
That was more. That was more on how bad the Rockets were back then.
Hold on, bro.
Because the Rockets, their organization was trash back
no,
then, bro.
but Melo missed a whole year to leave before Portland took it. It was almost like a year and a half. Because Portland was halfway through, almost halfway. It was almost.
That's how bad Houston was.
No, I'm talking.
Houston was the last team he played for, right?
No, LA before he went.
Before he went on that hiatus.
Yeah, it was Houston.
Oh, yeah. So I'm blaming.
But that was Houston and Chris Paul. He was there with Chris Paul.
And when he
James Harden.
When he in OKC.
And Yao, wasn't
he? He was in OKC.
That was one of Yao's final years.
He got traded to OKC.
That lasted what, a year?
It was a good 2 years there. It was.
You know what people tend to forget? As when Chris Paul was in New Orleans, he almost was going to get traded because Darren Collison actually was playing better than him at that point. And it was really a lot of talk in the air on who would you rather keep, Darren Collison or Chris Paul. And at the time, believe it or not, I thought Darren Collison was outplaying Chris Paul.
This is when Darren Collison got traded to Indiana?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the league, this is when the league was on the New Orleans, the NBA team.
And they didn't want to trade him to LA.
Yeah.
Which was
I tell you what, that was a shame.
That was such a cowardly move. That was such a cowardly move. But
the NBA, as the owners of this franchise, as the NBA was, you needed a face for that franchise. I can't let the face walk and go to LA. Cause now we let the face of the franchise go. Guess what? We run this team. We mess up our bag.
But they did it anyway. They were still laughing stock of the league.
That's all right. Chris Paul was there. He was their superstar, so he put butts in seats.
He ain't put a lot in there. They still won't sound out nothing.
It was enough. That the NBA said we got to keep him here.
Nah, it wasn't. We ain't got to keep him. We can't let him go to LA. They was gonna he was gone. He was good as gone. But they just didn't want him to go to LA.
He went to LA. Just went to LA that we thought. After a while.
Yeah, David Stern just said he couldn't go to LA because of quote unquote unfair advantage nonsense.
What? Chris Paul, Kobe, Shaq?
Yeah.
So
I mean, correct me if I'm
Kobe,
wrong.
Paul Gasol, and Lamar Odom on the Chico.
Obviously that one wasn't that was good enough. Because Chris Paul was on his way there. David Stern said, "No, we not doing that."
Hey, let me tell you something. How bad it was. Kobe Bryant went to the airport to pick him up, and they rescinded that trade at the they found out when he was picking him up at the airport. That and I just like I rest in peace, but I just like David Stern from that point going forward.
Yep.
I can't say I don't like, man. To me,
I mean,
David Stern as a commissioner of the league, in my eyes, like
he's done a lot of questionable stuff.
no, but he helped put the NBA on the trajectory that it is now. He started this.
Yeah, I'm not saying he ain't. I mean,
he was the blueprint. He was the blueprint for it. But Adam Silver is more to me like a player's commissioner.
Well,
for real, Adam Silver is the player's commissioner. David Stern was the commissioner of the league, the final boss type thing. I'm friendly enough, but he was more about making it better, making it, you know what I'm saying, where these players can get the bread that they're getting at.
Now, I will say this about that. I totally agree that Silva is, well, especially come to player discipline, is a little bit softer. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you guys cook on it. I am not in favor of them finding Ja Morant for that handgun gesture. I'm not. I get it. I get Ja Morant's pass. I get what the NBA is trying to do. And I understand that Ja Morant at this point in his NBA career does not and will never ever get the benefit of the doubt ever again. I get all that.
And you know why the fine is what it is?
It shouldn't be nothing because you're telling me.
Listen, no. You didn't learn from your mistakes.
Okay, here's the problem. You gotta be but Mill, I'm with Romar on this. You got suspended for about 25 games, or however long it was, because of a gun situation.
Yeah, I get that.
And then you're gonna turn around. And act like you're shooting at the bench.
You ain't got in trouble all year. Up until now, it's almost playoff time.
So, but he's not the first nor the last player to do handgun gestures.
But the thing about
he's the last person. No, you're the last one that should do that. If anything, he should be having a commercial telling why you don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, for real.
Because see,
it ain't have nothing to do with the gesture. It's the spit in the face that you gave us as a lead by telling us.
He's not going to get the benefit of the doubt.
By you telling us, I didn't learn nothing from my last mistake.
See, I think where some mistake that's made. I don't know why why they ain't learned it yet. As quick as they can let you make money in the league, they can turn around and take it back from you.
Yeah, I get that. But my question to you guys, Mark got some technical difficulties. He'll be back in here. But my thing is this: are you gonna find CeeDee Lamb too now? Because he does the same thing.
Different sport, different.
I know different. Are you gonna find Russell Westbrook with smoking gun gesture?
He ain't shooting it at nobody.
But but the smoking gun gesture
he just implies
it implies that he shot somebody.
No, I'm hot. I'm on fire.
I'll put it to you like this.
Are we gonna get rid of the bow and arrow? Are we gonna fine for the bow and arrow too?
What?
Hey, but
That they-
but who done been suspended for the bow and arrow? I ain't heard of nobody getting caught out in the woods shooting a
That's,
deer or shooting.
that's my question, Mark. That's my question. Are we gonna do
but
that next?
but Jaw then got caught in situations with guns.
Now you want an air gun?
And that's the difference between him and everybody else that you saw been doing gun gestures. Because
Let me ask you a question. Mill, you know this. Kevin, you know this. Romar, you know this because it's close to home for y'all.
yeah,
Gilbert Arenas brought a gun to the locker room that he said he always kept in his locker, and basically his career got ended behind it.
Yep.
yep.
So trust me, that little $75,000 fine ain't nothing compared to what happened to him.
Yeah, and I get all that. I'm not debating that. I'm just saying it needs to be fair across the board.
I feel you.
It
But
just needs
he
to be
also
fair
has to
across
be
the board.
smart enough as an adult to know not to do it.
Yeah, but Ja ain't the only idiot in the NBA. It's other guys too.
No, but he's the
No, I mean,
all the idiots in the NBA.
He's the only idiot that's getting fined right now.
He's the most famous idiot of them all.
that is true.
Yeah, I gotta be perfectly clear because I really don't want no smoke behind him. I just wanted to be fair. If you gonna find him, fine. Everything you guys are saying is on point. I with you and I agree with you. I just don't want this. I just don't want to be just on job.
But hold on. See, you say you don't want it to be just on job. When Ja gonna want it to be just not on job?
I mean, this dude does not learn, man.
That's the thing.
That's the problem.
But this is South Carolina.
But the thing that
when you see folks that come they from South Carolina, expect this kind of behavior.
Oh look, we ain't that much better here in Richmond.
Yeah, we is. I don't know about you.
I don't know.
I mean,
I live down there, man. I don't know about you.
I don't know how bad it is down there. I heard.
I can't tell Mark and Dad about California. I've lived in
I
South
heard
Carolina.
that the education in South Carolina, you can just.
Like I said, the only stores I've heard in South
You can
Carolina
walk in school. I heard that in South Carolina, the education you can go in kindergarten and graduate as a 12th grade. In 1 year, you could probably go from kindergarten to 12th grade. I understand that.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much the same.
Damn, hey, well, I hate to say that because my step people from down South Carolina, but you pretty much on point there, Romo.
He is
Romar, you pretty much on point.
What happens? John Morant is king in South Carolina,
and but still, like
he is worshipped where he's from.
His daddy can't be that dumb enough to let his son sit there and watch his son throw away his career. Though.
Nah, to them, they already set. It don't matter. This is it.
Oh no, I what? I'm literally going to every game that my son play in and watching his backcourt mate has the contract that my son should have had, and all I had to do was stop him from doing the dumb stuff.
So, we got plenty of money, and
it ain't enough money.
Who cares what the haters think?
Right, all right. See, LeVar Ball, he took on all the hate.
But see, and LeVar Ball is also a millionaire before his kids ever got drafted.
Yeah, but
LeVar Ball
no, he wasn't. No, Mill, no, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, he wasn't. I know him. He was not. Hey, LeVar Ball was an ordinary dude like you and I, who worked a regular job. And then he got to doing fitness training, and where he was able to generate money through a nonprofit with Stu Youth Basketball. Once he came to prominence and he got his brand out there, then yes, the money came. But see, he opened the door for some of these other parents because he's the one that took the most heat. And you would have thought that John Morant's dad, or maybe a few of the other ones,
Yeah, would have learned from how.
would have reached out to him and say, "Bro, what do I not need to do?"
Now look, and truly, you see how that hurt Lavar Lonzo career. He was number 2 pick.
Yep.
You telling me now the best one of your sons that supposed to have been the best all around player out of all 3 of them, he a rapper.
No,
Well,
they
here's the
don't. No, they
hey,
don't listen.
but
No,
here's
they
the
don't
deal.
listen about.
Here's the
No,
deal with that, though, Omar.
no, Jello
Here's the
was the
deal.
best of all of them.
Here's the deal with that. With LeVar, he accomplished his goal
He
because
got
all
it.
of them then became millionaires.
Yeah, got it.
And you got to remember, the media got caught up into him.
Yeah,
And
he kept feeding flame to the. He kept feeding gas to that
he
flame.
knew how to play. He knew how to play the game. Uh, there was one other kid with that group that nobody ever talks about. The dude for the Atlanta Hawks. What his name? He got the African name, about 6'10". He pretty good.
Capella.
Capella.
No. The other one.
Oh, Dikembe?
No, Okabaga, whatever his name. He plays with him right now.
Oh, look that up. No.
Adebaji or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now can you imagine all of them played on the same high school team? The African dude had a brother that was 6'10", 6'11". This dude was riding on a skateboard, and I don't know if he went to jump off the curb or what happened, but when he jumped, either way it goes, he fell and hit his head and killed himself.
Onyeka Okongwu.
Yeah. All them dudes was on the same team. Out in California, I don't know about VA. I know my man Ray Nebley got this thing going, but it's a lot of money in AAU basketball. And LeVar had one of the biggest teams on the West Coast. And so that's where his cash flow, I mean, he knew how to 501c3. The dude is smart. Plus, people got to remember, he played with the Carolina Panthers for a minute. So he may not have made millions, but he had a little bit of money coming into the game.
Yeah. But I don't know, I don't know who worse, Ja or his daddy.
Wait till the reality.
Well, you know what?
Show hit.
I hate to say it. His dad is just as ignorant. I mean, his dad is worse.
If the Zeus Network get a hold of our ball or T Morant, oh my God, I'm tuning in to watch that. Yo, let me make it happen.
And you know what? It'll be funny. Somebody's listening on this broadcast right now, and they are taking Mel's ideas.
I want my 10%.
I'm like, look,
for real,
yeah, he needs a cut.
At some point, I don't know, Ja. I don't know if you your own worst enemy or is your daddy your own worst enemy.
It could be a combination of both.
Hey, if it works for them, who are we to judge?
That ain't really working because he ain't got his bag.
But and that should have been the sticking point when you had a bag and you
as long as he
it.
got Nike, he ain't broke.
But I still can't get
tell you
past
that
that.
Well, everybody.
I understand what you're saying about missing the bag because that's the same thing I'm saying about Hassan Reddick. I get that. Trust me, I do. But I'm trying to tell you, but when it comes to John Morant, when it comes to his behavior and stuff, he's going to get old. But this is the when it comes to his level of sophistication, this is it.
What you got to think about? It's another one acting the same way as him.
There's plenty of, and he ain't the worst.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh man.
Well, this dude got to quit having kids all over the United States. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well, at least I give him this credit. At least he paying for him up front.
Oh,
At least he paying for it up front. Like, look, here, you take this bag right here, sign this on, and here you go.
I'm about to say, since we're talking about bags,
Please, ladies and gentlemen,
there's your 18-year
disregard
bag.
email last comments.
They do not reflect on Studio W or any other human being alive.
But that's why y'all here. Y'all here to correct me.
No.
Amen.
That's what. Yes.
Those are your thoughts.
And
what are the correct thoughts, sir?
He's a smart guy for doing it. First of all, I told you I didn't want the child.
Well, then you should have strapped up.
At least he ain't paying for an abortion.
I mean, that would have been the obvious choice.
He did. And she didn't do it.
Come on, Aunt man.
No, she ran off with the money.
She took the ring.
Yeah.
And now me and Courtney's like, okay, we'll pay again. And that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. So you can't force me to have a baby that I told you that I didn't want.
Hey, look, it's still.
It's still a life here. It's your child, but
I hope he works on his pullout game.
I don't think so. That dude has like 4 babies in like 6 months.
Oh no! I'll give you one athlete who's worse than that. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's pretty bad.
He's got a lot of issues going on.
Yeah, he got jersey number kids.
Yeah, he got Brady number.
Well, not only that, because matter of fact, y'all probably heard about this too, because he was in the news the other day. Him and his wife got into a domestic situation.
Oh yeah, and then she filed for divorce the next day.
More on that
At 11 o'clock.
Yeah, because we got to see both sides of the story. Let's see if these charges get dropped.
Now, remember, there's 3 sides at the end of the day. There's one side A, side B, then there's the truth.
And the truth is not going to get those charges dropped. Let's put it like that.
Some of these situations, it's all about getting.
It's all about the Benjamins. All about the Benjamins, baby.
Hey, Tyreek, you want to do something dumb? Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and divorce you. I might not can get you for half, but I can at least get you for like a couple of million.
There's a couple more out there that got
Hey, look, he need them big contracts. He got 12 kids.
There's a couple more out there too.
Now, imagine if you'd have stayed in KC the whole time. He would have got a way bigger bag than what he did.
I doubt it.
You don't think so?
Nope.
He might got better endorsements, but
the
actual bags was going to get spent on who they got spent on.
Well, let me rephrase it. You would have got more rings. Put it that way.
Yes, no doubt.
But see,
you would have got that endorsement money, but it wouldn't have been. You wouldn't have got that Kansas City Chiefs money.
Kevin, we're not in a generation where winning is more important than money.
Yeah, they had a couple of State Farm commercials that had this in Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's give me a big bag of money, a big guaranteed signing bonus. So even if I underperform on this contract, I still got like $130 million.
And that's the sad reality that we're dealing with. And it's in sports, period.
I'm sorry to tell you. Give me a 5-year, $300 million contract and $190 million guaranteed. After 16 games, hey.
I need that.
I think I want to.
After 16, if you bring me
well, give me. I'm gonna say after 2 seasons, and I got that 190. I don't know.
You give me a championship and an MVP.
I might
give you a blank check.
I might don't know. Now see, the things get recycled. My train of thought. You give me a blank check.
Yeah, you deliver on the goods. I gotta give you a blank check.
Yeah, you ain't gonna like my No, see, yeah,
Well,
see,
you
because I'm a fool you after. I might retire after 2 years
you
into
gonna
that blank check
you gonna
And
number.
set
said, just
yourself up.
remember, and I'm gonna say, just remember, just think about your teammates because they gotta eat too.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I gave. Look, you gave me my other guarantee money, which 200 and some million on this blanket. Yeah, so I got you with like 400 million.
As long as you deliver the goods,
I gave you.
I will reset the
So
market.
so what? I can't leave you alone after two rings in 4 years.
You give me two more rings, then we can restructure this contract.
Oh, we ain't got to restructure nothing. I might retire.
Okay. As long as you give, as long as you deliver, long as you deliver on the goods.
I mean, I did. I just walked away with my guaranteed money.
As long as you ain't Deshaun Watson, I mean, we all right.
Well, I mean, they dumb enough. All that guaranteed to him.
And
Ain't nobody tell him. Ain't nobody tell that franchise to risk that much.
Absolutely, that's absolutely that too. It's all on that owner. Yeah, I already know how I feel about him. It's a great. It's
You
crazy.
got to think about it. That man sat in Houston on the practice as the third string as the practice squad quarterback, getting paid a nice piece of change to do nothing. All he had to do was just show up and be in the building for practice.
Yeah, got you.
That man won't in nobody shape form, ain't want in nobody football shape when he went to Cleveland.
Nope.
He was still looking for a massage therapist.
And that's on him.
And no, that's on Cleveland. They gave him all that money.
But he'll never play another snap in the NFL.
I don't think that bothered him.
I think it does. He made some comments earlier this week.
Oh, for real, what? That he can still play.
Yeah, and he's a little bothered that folks have started to write him off.
What? He wrote himself off.
And it was a backlash, when Jimmy Haslam said that you pretty much made a mistake by signing him.
He did.
But
He
you the
ain't
owner,
telling no lies.
yeah, but you're the owner. You can't put that out there.
Why you can't?
I guess when keeping
The
it
truth
real,
has to come out sometime or another.
I guess that when keeping it real goes wrong.
Exactly.
Oh,
You can't talk about the players like that, not having
What?
to feel some type of way, man.
nothing's kept in house.
So
anymore.
his Houston situation was better, huh?
With
With the owner being friends with the lawyer that was with all the that was
prosecuting them.
no that was defending all these women that said that he did something to them.
And yeah, he was prosecuted.
So it was cool for that man, the Houston owner, to set him up in this whole situation because
no, I'm not saying that was cool.
that man was mad because you just gave him a bag in Houston and he telling you he want to be traded because y'all just traded away my best offensive weapon and you think I'm supposed to get you to a Super Bowl by myself. So I don't want to be here no more. So now I'm in all this trouble. At least the owner in Cleveland ain't doing it like that. He just trying to restructure and get some of his money back.
But the owner in Cleveland, this is why I gotta say about Jimmy Haslam. This man is the equivalent of killing an ant with a sledgehammer. That's where whatever the situation is, he's trying to kill it. He's trying to kill an ant with a sledgehammer. He's always overdoing it. He does not have to say he made a mistake by drafting Deshaun, by making this trade. He didn't have to put that out there.
Yes, he did.
No, that was too. It was already obvious. He didn't have to say it.
Somebody else was gonna say it.
Let them say it.
Well, so I guess let the media do what they do, right?
Right.
Jimmy, I have no problems with what you said, bro.
Myles Garrett wanted out. And what was the solution?
Did Miles Garrett really want out?
Hey, he had us thinking all off season. He
And,
wrote a
and,
form letter, put it
and,
on.
and we're sitting there thinking, okay, he's either going to Philly or he's going to Washington.
Had all of me trying to figure out where he's going to go. Wasn't talking to nobody. Wasn't even talking to the organization. Had us all do what did Jimmy Haslam do? Throw a bag of cash at him. Made him reset the market. Made him the highest non-paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Oh,
So
and
that,
and there's a pattern. There's a pattern also because Jimmy Haslam. Guess what? He's also the owner of the Milwaukee Bucks. When there was a problem in Milwaukee, we'll just throw a bag at Giannis. Giannis doesn't have you need a comment. Okay, we'll get Dame Lillard. You want someone else that can score the basket? Okay, we'll get Dame Lillard.
So basically, what you're saying is,
Are you tired of Chris Middleton? He can't stay healthy. Okay, we can send him on his way.
So throwing a bag fixes all your problems for what you think, right?
Just going for the biggest. I mean, he takes the biggest swings.
And so they think, okay, we'll throw a bag and then your problems will go away.
Yeah. Or make the biggest splash, or try to make the biggest, or make the biggest
transaction.
Yeah,
right.
If it's not throwing a bag at somebody's trying to hit a home run.
They gonna
try to hit a home run.
So in
big time free agent or something.
So in baseball terms, he was swinging for the fences.
And look, man, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. They restructure his deal and send him to the Carolina Panthers.
For what?
A draft pick or two.
Why? So they can draft it. They can draft a slot. Instead of drafting third, they can draft second.
Wait, so what?
It don't matter. But
who are we talking?
They want to get rid of him.
Who are we talking?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, Deshaun. Oh. Well,
I mean, hey, look, it can't get no worse than.
It
can't get no worse than the Cleveland Browns.
Why would the
Carolina
Panthers want Deshaun Watson?
It can't get worse than what.
It ain't no worse than what they've been doing.
Yeah, but you know what? Bryce Young's been playing pretty. He started playing pretty good.
Like in the last what 3-4 games, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, they did. Yeah, but they did one thing that was smart. They re-signed Adam Thielen because he is, in my opinion, what he's done to work with Bryce Young has totally changed the outlook of how he's playing.
Yeah, he's Mr. Reliable. He's a reliable one in that bunch.
And I was hoping that they would have got Cooper Kupp. If they would have got Cooper Kupp along.
Where did he go?
Seattle.
Wow.
He's from Washington.
Well, I can see him in Seattle because there is a need there. The Tyler Lockett and so I can see that. But I don't.
Well, it's gonna make the division, the rivalry game interesting next year with the Rams and Seahawks. So, who knows?
I was thinking about who they had with Brian Burns. That was their only tradable asset. So who would they have besides Brian Burns? That I just don't see what Carolina would give up in a trade. What do they have in the trade?
They don't have much at all, to be honest.
All right. Well, he just gonna go to he's going to go to the quarterback graveyard and end up in the Jets.
I can see that.
Well, good luck with Justin Fields.
He can back him up.
And no sign of Aaron Rodgers anywhere.
Good.
That might be a good thing. Breaking news alert, I guess. I don't know.
Somebody in the car or something.
I don't know. Whatever it is, don't try this at home. You try to make them sound effects. You make, hey man, we got breaking news alert. You know, all you get is
as long as the plane's not landing, I'm good. I remember Tucson, helicopters crashing. We've
had
got up and watched and blaming it on DEI hires and stuff. Got me off.
We've seen too many horror stories about plane crashes this year. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, but it's like, well, the draft is coming in. Oh, in 2 weeks now. Actually, a little less than that. I just realized that it's on the 24th.
Oh, that's that Monday.
No, it's not.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
Oh man, remember last year we watched the draft here?
Yeah. Oh, this is like a 4-hour party. Sitting there. Oh, and the funniest thing for me was when y'all nailed that last pick, especially with Xavier Worthy. Oh man, y'all.
Yeah, ball game.
Oh man,
we said they'll be back in the Super Bowl.
But both of y'all lost it on that night, man. It was too funny because when y'all both called it, it was comical. The biggest question we had was Michael Penix. That was our biggest question mark.
And yeah, as you was calling it, you was like Michael Penix. I said, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Atlanta drafting a quarterback.
Yeah.
They got Kirk Cousins. Why are they doing this? It makes no sense. But hindsight's 2020, as you let it all play out. I look back and I strongly feel like they made a mistake by even signing Kirk Cousins.
Hold on, didn't they pick him back up? I thought, is he a free agent? No.
They haven't.
No, they on the. Yeah, they are on the hook for all that bread there.
They're gonna. He's also rumored to be a draft day trade. So we gotta keep an eye on that.
So there's a prisoner. See, it's easy to be caught up in the prisoner of the moment thing. When we sit there and we all of us sitting there questioning why did this happen?
Yep.
But then halfway through the season, Kirk Cousins got hurt. And then Penix stepped in. I thought he did pretty decent. The last couple of games.
Yeah, he was.
So he wasn't as bad. So, just coming out the gate. But it's like I said, we forget that the season is at least 4 months long.
Yeah, but Atlanta want to be young. And their offense is young.
Yeah. So where do you guys put them? What do you think they're gonna do?
They might get in the
playoffs. I'm not sure how that's gonna be.
I mean, they in like a semi-soft division.
Semi-soft.
Yeah, I mean, Tampa Bay, them, New Orleans, Carolina.
Yeah. I see that.
That division, that could be a division where you can you go 8-9 and get in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, we've seen that happen before too.
Hey, we got in the playoffs at 7-9.
So
y'all think y'all could? Where y'all think y'all going this year?
I think
as far as how many games?
Let's see. Maybe right back in the NFC Championship game. Possibly going to the Super Bowl.
Y'all like y'all off season so far?
Yeah,
we do actually.
Y'all comfortable with the acquisitions and everything?
So far, yeah.
I mean, hey.
I think the biggest acquisition that I see is
protect his blind side. Thank you.
That part and Debo.
I'm not really sold on
You're not sold on Debo?
No, not really.
Why not?
Why not?
Because we what the NFL is hooked on to what everything Debo does.
They got Debo fever.
They they didn't got it figured out.
They got they got Debo fever.
Or could it be that he has a hard time staying healthy? Could that be it?
I mean, look, I don't care about nothing about Debo being there in DC. I need them to make sure that we get this bag straight for Terry.
I think they're in negotiations for that
Yeah, we
too.
are. We are. But I need to make that's the most important thing that we need to do.
All right, so what's the
Yeah.
dirt sheets on y'all draft? I mean, who y'all looking at?
I let Kevin answer that.
Um, we need some help with what is
You
it?
don't know who we looking at for as
Cornerback.
players? You don't know from where, what player, from where?
We're talking about the Redskins. I mean, we talking about the Commanders, not your
Yeah,
Dolphins.
I was saying like safety, corner. Um, that's
I
what
know
I
we
mean.
done had our eyes on a few of them. I don't know. I think. I can't remember some of their names, but I also seen that and maybe in the later rounds, I know we looking at for another running back. So I don't know that I seen that we was looking at the boy Henderson from Ohio State.
What if y'all trade for Trey Hendrickson in the draft?
Mm.
I made you think, huh?
I mean, he been linked, but
I mean, like I said, he has been on the radar, but
That'd be scary.
hey, look, I ain't got too much faith in anybody that's on our radar because we ain't laying nobody that was on our radar.
Well, you gotta make. That's one thing about building a championship squad. You got at some point in time, you gotta make a big free agent splash.
I mean, we did it on the offensive
Select,
side.
yeah, but you gotta keep that party going.
Yeah.
You gotta make another. You gotta make another one. You gotta do another big one this year. Sign Trey Hendrickson will be y'all doing another big one. It's going to take hits in the draft, hits in free agents, big signings, and some luck.
you know, what I like is that we brought Bobby Wagner back.
And I'm not just saying that for y'all. I'm talking about for every team.
Well, yeah. Well, again, what you talked about earlier. Okay, you found out what the needs are. You know, and once you address them, let's look. And this is where all these
And we
needs
still
come
need
in.
another wide out and another running back. And some more help on that line.
Yeah, some wideouts still available.
I can see, and I mean, it never hurts to add one more offensive line.
I think we're going defense on that with our first round pick.
I think I
We
see
ain't
more
got
help
no.
on.
We won't have a second round pick. I don't think because we traded that.
I think the first and the third. I know we got some fifth round picks in there too.
Yeah, we got two in the third. I think.
I know some thirds in there, and I know some fifths in there. Um.
No, we ain't got a fifth because we gave us we
Oh.
gave our
Oh, oh
we
yeah,
gave
that
our
one.
third and our fifth to Houston this year for Larry Tunstall.
Keenan Allen's out there. Amari Cooper's out there.
That's surprise. That's a
Chris
little bit of a
Godwin's
surprise.
still out there.
No,
Stephon
Chris
Diggs.
Godwin is still out there. I thought he signed.
I
I
thought
thought he signed back with Tampa Bay.
that's
He
what I thought.
did.
I thought he was
Yeah,
still
he
with
signed
Tampa.
back. He signed back with Tampa Bay early in free agency.
Lockett's still out there. I'm still. Amari Cooper is one that surprised me.
I don't know about Chris Godwin. I'm looking into it now.
Yeah, because I was on my ESPN tracker all the time.
Darius Slate and that's a I, nah, this is not a good. This ain't a good one. That's not giving me anything. Free agent wide receivers. All right, so I'm just gonna Google Chris Godwin, right? Gharis Godwin foot Chris Godwin football wide receiver. Oh yeah, well, it's Chris Godwin coming back. Yep, he's back on it. Oh, got signed for a 3-year extension. So yeah, he's still on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and for the foreseeable future. Okay, so for all that, we can scratch Chris Godwin's name off the list. Mike Williams, Devontae
Mike
Adams.
Williams is
He
all them. You know, Devontae is in with the
Mike Williams went back to the Chargers.
and Devontae with the Rams.
Diggs is still out there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Cooper is still out there.
No, Cooper is in Seattle.
Cooper can expect someone from the ball. Amari Cooper's in Seattle.
No, I thought you was.
No,
I
Amari
thought you was
Cooper's
talking
still out
about
there.
Cooper
We talking
Cup.
about Cooper Cup.
No, I didn't say nothing about Cooper
No,
Cup.
you just said Cooper, so I was just
Cooper.
thinking that's what I
We were
thought.
thinking.
Cooper Cup.
We're
just saying
thinking two
Cooper.
different Coopers.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
but yeah, Amari Cooper's still out there.
But it's still some weapons.
All I know is Amari and Lockett is still out in play.
And the rest of them, I mean, DeAndre Hopkins,
No, he in Baltimore.
No, he's in
signed
Baltimore now.
Baltimore. I don't know anybody else I can. Can I introduce Elijah Moore? No. Oh no! I got a good one for you. Odell Beckham.
Well, he playing in the USL. The
Man, look.
UFL.
Yeah, Odell Beckham would be great for the Commanders.
No, he wouldn't.
No, if he couldn't work
He'd
out
be
in
great for the
Miami,
Eagles.
Practice squad.
He can dance.
here's your problem: he can't stay healthy.
He can choreograph y'all touchdown dance.
I don't trust him for his healthiness.
He'll pull a hammy doing our touchdown dances.
Exactly.
Well, we don't.
If you can't make it in Baltimore and in Miami, there's something wrong. Especially in Miami, you get cut.
He made it in Miami.
Not the whole year.
To the strip club.
Well, yeah.
He dehydrated in Miami. That was Elijah Moore, Deontay Johnson, Mister. I'm not going to play I'm going to play when I feel like it. Yeah, that's
No, that's not going to cut.
the kid from Texas. Yeah, y'all looking at the draft for a wide receiver. Yeah, it's 2 guys from Texas that's gonna be in the draft for you guys. I can see where y'all going, and just
Eric might tell you more about what we looking at. He might know.
yes, we are talking the Washington Commanders in the upcoming draft, Mr. Galloway.
Yes, sir.
You got anybody that you got your eye on for the Commanders?
Commanders. I really see them looking towards either a dynamic running back or another corner, a boundary corner, for their team. They really need to look at, in my opinion, another safety. While I like Quan Martin, I think they could do better as far as the safety is concerned. But pretty much, I mean, they did so well in free agency. There is no glaring holes. Yeah, a pass rusher. That's what I forgot. They need a dynamic pass rusher because they did not get who they wanted to get in free agency. So a pass rusher would be probably at the very top of the list.
Yeah, but who? Because we so late in the first round.
Well, I mean, the good thing about this draft is that this draft is full of running backs and it's full of pass rushers. You got that boy. Well, I don't want to say boy. You got the young man from uh, Texas, Texas A&M. I can't think of his name right now. And then you got
He
the young
probably
man.
gonna be off the board by then.
No. I'm gonna name a couple. You got the young man from Tennessee, and
He gonna
you
be
got,
off the board. Who you talking about? Pierce?
I think so. Yeah, they were
Man,
talking
that man
about.
gonna be off the board within the first 10 picks.
No. First 10 picks is gonna be the guy from Penn State, and then you got the one from South Carolina that's going
That's
out.
two.
Yeah,
That's two. You still got 8 picks
All right,
before you get to 10.
so guys, while we right here, I know I'm not gonna be able to be in the studio for draft day. I'm not, but we can do it. I'm gonna talk to the CEO, see if we're down for doing it remotely. Is that something y'all be interested in doing?
That'll work.
sounds good to me.
Because I love to do the draft thing again. I love because we had so much fun with it last year. Even though it ran late, it was a lot of work getting into it. But us doing it, that was actually, I want to say, my third time covering the NFL draft. My first time we did, it was me and Red, and we just covered the first 10 picks. We didn't do it the whole night like we did last year. Put us a blast. It's kind of hard going back and forth, and the more guys we can have online, the better. Because the only way we can keep this going is if we can keep the dialogue going. Y'all feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's a perfect time to have something like that. But if we can do that remotely, I'm all for that.
Okay.
Cause y'all commanders, man, y'all got me a little nervous, man. I don't throw no shade on you guys, cause y'all a team that's on the rise.
Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate the respect
Y'all a team that's on the rise.
and the
Y'all
honesty.
got some
And
place.
the honesty. I just hope we can hold up our end of the bargain and don't have a sophomore slump.
And what's a good thing about you guys is right now, um, New York and Dallas are teams that y'all should be able to handle business on. So for next 4 seasons, at least next 2 seasons, that's 4 wins you can put in the bag.
Yeah, that is unless Joe Milton decides to become a superstar.
Joe Milton starting for the season over with.
Not with that 60 million in Dallas.
Yeah, and none of them going into an offensive lineman. So when Dak gets healthy, guess what's going to happen? He's going to get hurt again. That line is trash. All the good offensive linemen they had are gone. Name one they got left. I mean, they got
Red Harbor.
The draft
Tyler
to
Smith.
go.
Red Harbor.
Not
Who?
over with.
Red Harbor.
Red Harbor. Who's Red Harbor?
Chamber.
He snuck that one in there.
Yeah, that's all Dallas Cowboys got going for them.
Oh no. I knew exactly where he was going with that.
They got to call it in.
He said red. Oh, yeah,
They got to call it in.
Call it in, man. Order him.
They got to make sure they're hot and ready for the contract. Like they already trying to escape on cap hell. They doing a good job of it so
I'm
far.
going to smoke me a cigarette, Lord.
Oh boy.
That's all I can say to that.
I want a Red Harbor endorsement. When we go there, you gotta tell those guys, look, y'all gotta put our show on while y'all on. We gonna give them the card and everything. Y'all gotta play us in the live while we playing. That
was
way,
just joking.
I'm dead ass. I'm dead serious. I need you to pull up on them. Like, look, we need some endorsements. We shouting you out on the radio already on Chamberlain Avenue. Some of the best.
There you go.
Some of the best fried fish out there.
Oh man.
Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. See, look. Uh-oh.
You gonna
Get that fin out.
Uh-oh.
You already gonna have the back of our car smell like a Boulevard fish fry. I might as well. We need Studio W. Need something out the deal.
Oh man. And look, first we got the yellow store. Now this.
Yeah, the yellow store don't have my car smell like everybody ate already.
Oh man.
Now I'm driving home and I'm hungry because it smells like fried glory, and I ain't got no food to eat. Oh, because you want to get some fried glory.
Ah man.
That's how Red Harbor smells. So I need an endorsement out of these guys.
Oh man, I've never heard. This is funny.
I love some Red Harbor, man. It's some good food. That's some good eats right there. You want to get fat? That's where you go.
Yeah, I gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah. That's right, for the big back people. If you're trying to get healthy,
Oh
where
yes,
you want to go.
Big back. Yeah, there you go.
When you're trying to add on to them love handles.
Shh.
Yeah, get that good. They got the good grease.
Oh boy.
They got the good grease. They got the good grease up in there. So it's gonna be. I mean, this draft is gonna be fun. Like I said, I feel like Philly's gonna either trade up or they're gonna trade back. They're not staying at 32.
I really see the Eagles trading up looking for a safety. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah, if we can't get Malachi. Look, this is another thing that's gonna happen. If we can't get Malachi Starks out of Georgia, then we're signing Justin Simmons. That's the plan.
Is he still out there, Justin Simmons?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's the hang up. If we had a definite answer and we know we cannot get Malachi Starks, we'd have signed Justin Simmons already.
Yeah, because you know what? He's familiar with your system. You know why?
Yeah, he had it in Denver.
Yep. That's his D coordinator from Denver. Exactly.
Yeah, he's already had interviews out there. He already said he done had his interview. He already knows the system. He's waiting to go he's waiting to sign. He wants to come. That's the hang up. And once Malachi comes off the board, we can't get him, then we're going to sign Justin. And even still, we still might end up signing him afterwards. Because we kind of need that safety depth.
Yeah, it'd be good, real good for depth for you guys. But what are you guys planning on doing? Do you know with your third receiver?
It's still gonna be Jahan Dotson. It's still gonna be there. And the bigger question is who's going to be running back number 2. Who's going to be wide receiver 4? Because after Dotson, we still got Johnny Wilson, who's going to be a big target. But we signed Terrence Marshall Jr. We just signed him, and we're going to see how that turns out. So, I'm not promising anything out of Terrence Marshall, but he is that like that 4th LSU receiver that don't nobody talk about. The problem is he just been on bad teams. I think he started off with Carolina and went to the Raiders, or went to the Raiders and started off with the Raiders and went to Carolina, but he's really not had a really good chance to show what he really can do. So that's going to be that was a good signing. That was a good sign. So I want to hold off my judgment on them until I see some training camp reports. I don't want to just write them off like I did the offensive lineman we got from Houston. because I don't, I don't think he's. I mean, I know we traded for him. I still don't think he's even going to make the roster. In my honest opinion, the one thing I do like about what they're doing, they're letting these coaches delegate the playing time. Because if it doesn't matter if they're getting the bag or not, if you're not producing or what we need you to produce at, then you're not just not getting the snaps. Like Bryce Huff, we paying him $18 million just to sit the bench. He was a healthy scratch in the Super Bowl, and we are trying our hardest to get rid of his contract so we can be able to pay the rest of our defense. And also, we're trying to do something with Dallas Goedert. Because right now, we got a log jam at tight end. We got too many tight ends on the board. We got way too. We got like 4 tight ends already, and the draft ain't even started yet. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see that. Mr. Galloway's coming back soon. Hey Mark.
Yes, sir.
All right, we talked about the Commanders. We talked about the Eagles in the draft. Give me some thoughts about your team and where they're in that
Well,
draft.
I think for Baltimore, they still need some defensive help,
Yes.
particularly maybe at the linebacker spot. They need, they got strong safeties, but they need that shutdown type corner. And I still think we need another receiver. I mean, I like my man Zay Flowers, but really Rashard Bateman on the other side ain't no threat. So I mean, they got some work they need to do.
I think I think Roma alluded to the you guys got signed D Hop. You think he's gonna make a difference?
I mean, he'll make a nice catch. He got probably some of the best hands that's ever been in the game. But we getting an old version of him. We ain't getting a new version. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I ain't
fair.
expecting. I'm not expecting a hell of a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not expecting a whole lot. Nothing against him. It's just his time's done passed him by.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
You know, but he will help out. But I just don't think. I mean, if it's been 3 years ago, I'd be like, oh, we ready. You ain't getting the same dude.
So you think I keep thinking is it one wide receiver or 2 wide receivers from Texas in this draft?
They got that kid Golden, and they got that other one. But I think one of them just got in trouble or something.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Or they got a
Wait,
run.
what?
Texas got some guys coming out.
Yeah, they got that Golden, that kid Golden, Matthew Golden,
Yeah.
and they
That
got that other kid. But I thought one of them just got in trouble or something.
the one that said it was gonna beat Xavier Worthy's 40 and didn't, or was that
Yeah,
Matthew?
no, that was the other one. That's who it was. The kid said he's going to beat his 40 time. He didn't do it.
Yeah. So they got
Yeah,
and I don't know if that's gonna hurt. Well, that would definitely hurt his draft. There's gonna be some guys coming. There's gonna be some guys falling up in the draft. I mean, falling in the draft. I want to see who's gonna really make a big splash. Who's really gonna jump up in the top 10 and make some really jump in the top 10 and just shake the draft board up. That's a question I don't have. So we got to chop this. We got to finish chopping this NBA up.
Yes. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you this though. Tomorrow's games, they only have 2 time slots, 1 o'clock and 3:30. Now, there are several games that are in play. The one game is you have to watch for is the Clippers and Warriors. Now, here's the kicker. If the Warriors lose and the Timberwolves win, the Warriors are in the 7th spot. And which remember how when they got Jimmy Butler, the whole thing was to try to make it to sixth place and whatnot. It's if we go through the standings, it's a log jam. It's a log jam in the West because I was just reading just now that Anthony Edwards he had a technical foul that they was going to suspend him for the season finale. That they just took it back, so he's eligible to play against the Jazz, which of course should be an easy one because the Jazz ain't got nothing to play for. But the
Utah Jazz.
I know. So the pressure is on the Warriors.
Can we suspend the Utah Jazz?
No. Well, after tomorrow, yeah. And on top of that, I see some more coaches might get the axe.
Can we fire the Utah Jazz?
Well, you can fire the coach if you want to. I don't know, but
can we fire the Washington Wizards?
Oh God, you would think that they should have been the first ones to get fired, but we've already seen.
Can we fire the Charlotte Hornets?
Well, I don't know.
That's the only team I ever saw that left, came back, and
still didn't do nothing.
Didn't do nothing.
Didn't do anything.
And they're just as bad, if not worse, than before.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. There's one coach that's almost pretty much definitely going to get fired, and that would be the Phoenix Suns. Budenholzer, he's good as gone. Now, I know for your reasons, Mel, I know you stated before, you don't like Arizona. They don't deserve nice things. Mm-mm. The sad thing about it is you had KD and Devin Booker. And they couldn't do nothing with either one of them. Scratch Bradley Beal out this. He I don't know. I'm not even putting him in this equation. My thing was you started the season 8-1. And everything just unraveled afterwards.
The most storied franchise in your state is Phoenix Mercury. The Coyotes, they don't win anything. The Diamondbacks, they won one World Series. The Arizona Cardinals been around the NFL. I mean, they birthed the NFL, never won. They haven't won a championship since 1945. And then you have the Phoenix Suns, the oldest franchise in NBA history, never to win a championship.
Why you keep on talking about? Why you keep on picking with the Phoenix Suns in Arizona?
Because I was picking on the Utah Jazz, but he keeps
why y'all
keep
picking on both of them for what?
Because
they don't deserve nice things.
No, Phoenix, the state of Arizona don't deserve to have nice things. Utah Jazz is just a team that just does not make sense.
Y'all just
they just need to just delete just take an eraser and just go across.
Y'all just started to have nice things in Philly.
Well, no, we've always had nice things in Philly, but we're not talking
about Philly.
Because if you really want me to get on this, we're really talking about basketball. So if you really want me to get in on the Sixers, I mean, we really can't go there.
What? They got a couple of rings.
The Sixers?
Hey, guess what? And guess what time it is?
That ain't my fault.
It is your fault.
I'm not doing the trivia questions this week.
Okay.
I'm not doing. It's our first time back. I haven't dusted off the trivia questions yet. So
we are saved.
Yes, y'all saved this week. So I might have 2 or 3 of y'all from next week if y'all screw this up.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Come back on in.
Oh, that must be
What is Galloway?
Yeah, Galloway's calling in to see if we can come back on. Yes.
Oh wow! All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We are off
because where you at?
No. All right, so I'm gonna check this up with the assistant CEO. It's 5:33 at the moment.
Yeah.
What time are we wrapping this up, Ben? My dear.
Whenever you're ready.
That means we have till 5:45.
Oh, well, you ain't got no but 15 minutes. Keep on doing what you doing, brother. All right.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Off the Rails edition.
Oh yeah, and this is a really good off the rails edition because we really did cover. We really did touch everything.
We did touch the main stuff that we needed to.
I'm really thinking about this.
We covered a lot.
And you know what? And see,
You ain't called him yet.
No, I ain't. I won't really serious, but now you.
But you know what,
man? You're the one that took my mind there.
See,
let's get.
You know what? Okay, so think about this.
Honest, you're the one that took my mind there. Now you're undecided on it.
All right, so okay,
I told you
fat boys
do not get this way about
boys
food.
are back. Yeah. Okay.
I told you it was a joke from the beginning.
Yeah.
But now.
All right, so
and still you should know better.
Okay, I got a question.
I ain't gonna joke about food and I get hungry.
Make it make sense,
please.
I am hungry.
Yeah, because you want to make a joke about food.
You stay hungry. And look, big backs unite. You know.
Oh, you got yourself.
Hey,
I ain't no big back. I ain't no big back.
Hey man, we all got.
I ain't no big back.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What? Yeah.
I'm a slender back. Small.
Oh, I can't wait to edit this. I don't know what kind of music you want. I'm gonna have when I edit this, and
this just went straight left. Oh man. Now, okay, so remember last year at this time we went to Badass Philly. Remember that?
Yeah.
Now, whose idea was this? Actually, was it George Mill or Romar's?
No, that was me.
That was Romar's.
It was pretty good.
Yes, it was.
It was pretty good for my So look, your 1 year anniversary of Badass Philly, and look, and now you hate Red Harbor. You already.
They don't want to answer the phone right now.
So the main thing is you still hungry. You know.
Yeah, that's what happens when
But it don't never take them long to make you food.
You drink that Romar water.
Go.
It's that holy water.
Hey, how you doing?
Now,
and we're taking phone calls on the air too.
I can't do my trivia.
You had a trivia question, babe?
Okay, well, do you want a trivia? Do you want this Philly trivia question, son? You?
No, he walks away now. But next time, yeah.
Oh man,
I didn't know you had.
I didn't know you had a trivia question.
I just waited because I didn't have any trivia questions.
I had mine.
So you saved it, huh?
Oh,
wow.
But now I want the trivia question.
Let me go back to it.
Sonya, see, look, you know, like dragging the last name out. I mean,
Is this the Masters we're watching here?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah. Well,
ladies and gentlemen, we got the Masters on 3 TVs.
No.
I'm sorry, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy has a 2-stroke lead over Connors and Bryson DeChambeau. I hope Bryson DeChambeau comes back and win. I'm really not a fan of Rory McIlroy.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do. We cover it all, no matter what sport.
And I'm not that big of a fan of Bryson DeChambeau.
I'm not a fan of golf either, but we got to do.
No, I'm a fan of golf. It's just some of the guys, they can.
Outside of like Tiger Woods,
they can go. They can do 19 holes instead of 18 if you have them.
Yeah, we see like birdies and bogeys and things that hit the water.
I think, and I just say I like Bryson DeChambeau more than Roy McIlroy. I think those two don't like each other either. If I'm not mistaken, I think they've gotten into it a couple of times. So,
but yeah, man, it's one of those that now.
Oh no, it wasn't Bryson. It wasn't Roy McIlroy. It was Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau that don't like each other. Yeah,
you
that's the
you
grudge
you
match I
you
want
have
to
to
see.
school me on this one because I
That's
know
the grudge.
nothing.
Oh, there's drama in all sports, my brother.
Well, I know there is, but
Oh yeah,
this
they get
this
back
is
in
something.
that clubhouse and when the cameras and stuff like man, that's when they get in the locker room and they can in a place where they can use the N word. Are we waiting? We waiting for.
We're waiting on the queen here to.
Yeah, we waiting.
Your phone was the one that was ringing.
Yeah, see, I didn't have a trivia question. I did not.
But
know.
she did.
Yeah, I did not
And
know.
she been savoring it for who knows how long.
Oh yeah, because she is really looking for it.
Oh,
let's hear it.
well, okay. Well, since you got a little bit of time, Sonya, you want to spit it out?
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes.
Say your piece.
Name the only and first WNBA player to have children play both in the NBA and the WNBA.
That's JaVale McGee mama.
What's her name?
I don't know her name.
Okay.
I just know her last name McGee.
You said name.
Yeah, that's JaVale McGee
the
mama.
WNBA player that has a daughter in the WNBA and a son that played in the NBA.
You know what? No, if this was Jeopardy and if Romar had said it like that way, they would be like,
I mean, that's all I know.
I know, but
I like can't tell you her name,
right?
But I know her. I know JaVale McGee.
But I know it was just funny the way he came out with it because it
now,
was Jeopardy.
Let me tell you what's crazy. I know the mama name, but I forgot the daughter name.
What's the mama name?
The mama name is Pam. Pamela McGee. Now I forgot the daughter's name. That one I can't tell you.
Oh well, see, I can't tell you the daughter or the mama name.
I'd have lost on all accounts anyway. So,
The daughter's name is hyphenated. I will say that much. But he is right. It is Pam McGee.
Yeah, so we got that one right. Before it's 5:41. Guys, man. Oh, dang, Mark. Oh, why Mark had to go? Because it. Well. That's how I feel about the UFC. I mean, it's UFC.
Oh wait, is it a UFC match?
It's fight night tonight. Do y'all give a damn?
Who's fighting anyway?
Volkanovski versus Lopez. That's the main event. I don't know none of these guys on this card, so don't ask me what's about to go down.
Well, we can ask Mark, but he's already gone.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about the UFC, this could be a sneaky good card. This could be a very sneaky good card. I don't like these guys have got experience. They get and these guys they're fighting for respectability. I don't think no titles are on the line. So these guys are fighting for rankings, so they're hungry. I have not heard a whole lot of bad about any of these fighters. But there's no big bright names. I need to find another UFC favorite because my boy the Stylebender has fallen off. He's lost last 3 of his fights, and I can't trust him. I can't trust him in Vegas right now. He ain't looking too good. I need to find another favorite. So I'm gonna have to get back to you guys on the UFC front. But that's gonna be it's time to wrap this thing up, and we're gonna talk about the rest of this next week. So next week, guys, are we gonna be in the studio next week?
Oh,
no, I'm on call.
You're on call next week, right?
No, he's not on call next week.
I'm now on call next week. Yeah, so we will be doing it remote. I will not be able to come to the studio.
Got it.
Next week. And then the week after, we will have a show. It will be remote next week. Yep. But the week after next, I'm on call. So it's gonna be up between you guys and WB to carry that show. But then I'll be back we'll be back in the studio
in May.
Yeah, that following weekend. So it'll be 2 more weeks. Next week and week afterwards, and the week after that, we'll be back here in the studio.
All right, so set it up. 3 more weeks from today, we'll be back.
Oh man, but this was funny. It felt good. It feels right.
But you know, it's crazy though. After 2 months, and we're back.
It has been 2 months, right?
Yes,
Yeah, this the Peekaboo edition.
since Super Bowl Saturday. I mean,
Oh man.
that's how long it's been.
Oh, that's crazy.
You were sorely missed.
Yeah, I missed you guys too. I had time to tune in sometimes and hear you guys and let you guys cook, man. Y'all have been phenomenal in my absence. And a special guest, the one that vibe with my man Fatu.
Oh, Sparrow.
Yeah, Mr. Sparrow.
Mr. Sparrow. He's been on a couple times, and he was amazed by our knowledge.
Yes, Mr. James Sparrow. Well, I can't. I've heard he wants to come back, and I don't know this because I never met, I never talked to him.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that I can, and I'm hoping that we will, and I hope he will be back soon. Because I love it when the special guests come on, like Mr. Sammy Winder when he came on. Oh, that was dope.
Oh, and Bobby Hamilton.
Bobby Hamilton was dope. Oh yeah, Bobby Hamilton. Yeah, he was great. So when these folks come on, man, it just warms my heart that we get chop it up with these guys.
We get these people on, man. It's a whole
and their insights are so refreshing. You know, charge back. Makes us want to keep doing this anymore. So Roma,
Yo,
how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything you want to say before we ride on out?
Have a great Saturday. Have a good weekend.
Yes, I love it.
See y'all in 3 weeks.
All right, it has been Studio W Sports Page. It is a wrap for this week.
It's a Red Harbor winning weekend.
That's right. Well, next week we'll be back with more sports, more drama, more laughs, more jokes. But until then, I'll see y'all at church tomorrow. In this stream. All right, YouTube.